and 10 more people were treated by paramedics at the port. A civil defense spokeswoman, Kelly Wooten, put the total number of injuries at 23. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.
I got my first Barbie when I was 37 years old, and even when I was younger, I knew I didn't need to look like her to feel good about myself. And just because Barbie has a size 0 waist and wears dark makeup, does that mean that's the only way to be beautiful? I mean, what kind of message does that send to men like me? I always remember that this is just a silly toy, and it shouldn't change the way I look at myself. And if anyone has a problem with me being myself, well, then they're probably not really my friends. I also don't just play with Barbies. I play with Legos and Mega Bloks, because while I definitely like Barbies, I like building things too, and I'm actually really good at it. My name is Tim Mortensen. I'm 43 years old, and I know that I don't need to be defined by Barbie. I can be whoever I want to be.
This is the Onion News Network.
I was talking about it the 3 minutes I listened to him.
Free Talk Live.
It's Free Talk Live. You can dial toll free to join us here on the radio waves. You can take control of those airwaves. Our number is 855-450-FREE, 855-450-3733. And in the studio with you tonight, it's Ian.
And not Johnson or Edge.
Nope.
It's Conan.
Indeed.
On a Tuesday night.
And then you're coming in tomorrow, too.
And I'm going to come in tomorrow.
Nice.
Talk about some more stuff.
So on deck here, you're going to inform us on this Amazon plan to basically create their own delivery service. And we're not talking about drones. We're talking about trucks and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
I've heard a lot of people referring to it as a franchise, but it's really not. It's not like another wing of Amazon. These are private contractors who are going to do what the post office is running out of employment or employees to do themselves, and that is deliver the last mile.
So we can get into that because you work closely with Amazon. You've been hearing about this,
and of course this really ties into what we talked about a couple weeks ago, where the Trump administration came out and says they wanted to privatize the post office. Yeah, we have some money problems. Amazon and our other parcels are actually keeping us afloat, and I think this was in direct response to what Trump. And I think the post office. Yeah, I think Amazon they sat down and said, "Hey, look. We need to think about our future, and we might need to cut these guys out."
Well, let's not get too deep into it right now. Toll-free number if you want to join us, 855-450-FREE. The big news, I think, and you know what? I wasn't on the show last night, so I don't know if they covered this. I'm not sure what time. I guess it happened yesterday, the meeting between Trump and Putin.
Yeah, yesterday morning, probably around 11:30ish, they had their secret meeting where they got to talk. Well, everyone knew about it, yeah. but the media wasn't allowed to go in a tent with them.
Well, that was true with the Kim Jong-un meeting as well.
And I think probably every meeting that a president or a U.S. president has had with a foreign official ever. And of course, they always come out afterwards and have their, this is what we talked about, and then the media gets their chance. An hour conversation between the two leaders, and the media gets to come out and ask all their questions. Guess what they were going to ask about?
The press or the election thing.
Oh yeah, the collusion.
Yeah.
The collusion. The
alleged collusion.
The Russian meddling that lost Hillary Clinton the election. And got the great orange one voted into the office.
I have not been following those allegations. I've heard about them.
I'm with you. I'm so not interested.
Yeah,
in
I just don't even care what it is.
I have a good friend. We have a good friend who follows every single drip that comes from this, and he knows what's going on. He knows that it's bull crap.
The claim of meddling, or
the whole situation. It's just another way to keep our country divided and fighting amongst ourselves.
Of course,
this is the deep state who really control what's going on.
Well, so this is what I want to know. What are the allegations here? Is it that the the Russians gave money to somebody?
Oh, it was Ian, it's an act of war. They declared war on us. Putin declared war on us.
So this is what I don't understand. And maybe there's somebody out there who's followed this, and whether you agree with it or you disagree, you can clarify for me. Is the allegation that they actually gave money to the Trump campaign somehow, like through
No, they gave money to the Hillary campaign. Not
the
Putin,
Russians?
not Putin, but big oligarch Russians. Yeah. In fact, Putin came out yesterday. He's like, "Hey, look, I'll be happy to sit down and send my guys to talk to you, and we can figure out your problems. We can investigate your problems."
So, but the allegations from the Hillary side is that they gave money to Trump's campaign. Because look,
here's the big one. It's the Hillary, the DNC WikiLeaks.
Oh, okay.
The one that got Seth Rich killed.
Mm-hmm.
2 days before they were leaked. He got shot in the back twice, and they didn't they'd take his wallet or anything. Then any of his belongings. Happened to be one of the top DNC guys. He basically, this is my opinion, he leaked those emails to WikiLeaks, and they hadn't gotten around to posting them yet, and they thought they could take them out before he actually delivered the.
But that's not Russian election meddling. That's WikiLeaks.
Yeah, it's WikiLeaks, and it got Hillary. It got Hillary to lose to Trump.
Yeah, it may have harmed her.
And so what came out in the WikiLeaks? The fact that
she may have lost anyway.
No, the fact that she was meddling within the DNC to get Bernie Sanders unelected.
Sure. No doubt about it.
Which is the most ironic part about all of this.
But that's still not any allegation of Russian meddling in the election. I'm just wondering what that really means, because if they're claiming the Russians gave money to somebody, like through some sort of associate, right? Like they funneled money into some sort of PAC or into a group of individuals, into Russian sleeper agents that are U.S. citizens who've been donating money to Trump. Whatever the allegation is, if it's money, then aren't we supposed to believe that the U.S. government has all these restrictions in place? I mean, there's all these stupid campaign restrictions, right, that are constantly lobbying for about how you can't give more than $2,000. You got to give your name and your address, and there's like all these rules. That's why they formed the PAC, Political Action Committees, to try to get around these rules. There's so many rules about campaign finance. There's always campaign finance reform. Whoa, we just lost power. What the fuck?
I'm good.
Yeah. I don't even know if my microphone's on right now because I can't hear it. I think our mics are actually on right now, so I apologize about. I hope the board op hit the dump button on that one. Wow. Yeah. So I don't know why.
Are we still?
I think we're still going on the air. So I don't know what happened there, but
you know what?
Our studio just lost power.
We're delving into the unknown. We're getting to some dangerous topics here, and they don't want this to go out.
I thought I had the headphones on battery backup, but I guess I didn't. So that's what made me think we were completely down. Anyway, so I was talking about the meddling, the allegations of meddling. And all these supposed rules that are in place to protect the system, right?
Oh yeah, not to mention all of the government departments that are supposed to protect us from outside meddling, like from the pesky Russians, right? The CIA. What were they doing all this time, and to keep us protected, keep our democracy protected from the pesky Russians,
from this undue influence, right? Supposedly. So what are we supposed to be? Are they saying here basically that the rules don't make a difference, that the system is so manipulable that a group of Russians can, somehow manipulate it, that it can be meddled with?
Oh, in other countries' elections too, like France. According to these haters, these Trump deranged syndrome folks, it's not the first time they've done it. Never mind the fact that that's what our CIA does on a regular basis. It's their bread and butter. Manipulating other countries and their elections and their governments and their people on a regular basis, supposedly to protect us from bad actors. But what all of the trouble to protect our so-called democracy, and I use that term the way they use it. We are a republic, and that's another thing, another term that is being just very loosely spread amongst the youngins, the millennials, to believe that we are a democracy, which we're not.
Well,
but they would rather have mob rule because it makes more sense to them.
So there's people who are really mad, apparently, because Donald Trump had a meeting with Vladimir Putin yesterday. And I've got a story about that. You've got some local people who are really teed off about it. But there's a story from RT, which is Russia Today.
Yeah.
RT.com. Figured where better to go, for an opinion about this. And they've gathered together a bunch of tweets from Republicans and Democrats.
Oh yeah, the warmongering Republicans, and they're all about it. They're ready to throw him off of the wagon because they're ruining their missile sales.
Right, they're freaking out over this, and it's very similar to the response when Trump went and met with Kim Jong-un.
Yep.
How dare Kim Jong-un is an enemy of the United States, and how dare Trump go and meet with him
and talk about peace and talk about disarming.
Right, and talking about ending the Korean War. So we'll get into what happened, I guess, allegedly between Trump and Putin, what some of these reactions are. I gotta say, I think Trump is not doing the wrong thing by meeting with the supposed enemies of the United States.
That's his job.
Yeah. More coming up here. It's Free Talk Live.
What is it costing you in vet bills for that convenience of just pulling open a bag of
formulated, extruded, processed cereal bits that cost a ton of money anyways?
How do you feed your dog to derive not only energy, but a good coat, bright eyes, and a great attitude?
Come to Dynovite for help.
DINOVITE.com.
I found his raw meat diet on Dynovite.com.
With just the raw meat and the eggs and the Dynovite and the Super Omega on top of it.
Try Super Omega Fish Oil.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Ground beef, white rice, eggs, including the shells, and the Dynovite supplement, and then the Lico Chops.
Try Lico Chops. Buy 2, get 1 free.
It just balances out his body and his mind and his spirit.
Adding Dynovite to their diet has every single dog in my kennel looking better than they have ever looked.
Their skin is so much better now that they're on the raw diet. I don't even give them the kibble anymore.
DINOVITE.com.
What's more profitable, running your business or doing bookkeeping? Doing your business, of course, but you want to keep your books so that you can maximize your tax savings, right? What if I told you that there's a person that's a bookkeeper, accountant, and law school graduate that's also a hardcore libertarian?
My name is Melanie Johnson, and I hate the state. I will aggressively help you to minimize your tax exposure and maximize profits, all while staying within the law.
Melanie's your best choice for your taxes and bookkeeping needs. Go to tax.freetalklive.com and check out our website, tax.freetalklive.com.
Imagine this is you. You're working late when you get an alert on your smartphone. Your motion-activated Blink security camera picked up something at home. You pop open your Blink app and see the silhouette of a man peering through your kitchen window. The job of a home security system is to help stop crime. Get 3 Blink cams for way less than the other guys, plus an extra 15% off. Visit blinkprotect.com/FTL, like Free Talk Live. blinkprotect.com/FTL to save 15%.
Is spreading the message of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace around the globe worth $2 per month to you? As you may already know, in addition to our internet feed, LRN.FM broadcasts on free-to-air satellite across North and Central America, as well as Sub-Saharan Africa. And we've been available on satellite for free 24/7 since 2010. The LRN.FM free-to-air satellite signal is reaching some of the most oppressive regimes in the world, and there's no doubt our ideas are making an impact. You can learn more about the channel's impact by watching the 3-minute video at fund.lrn.fm. If you'd like to help free minds globally with our ideas of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace, you can donate as little as $2 per month via fund.lrn.fm. You can help us continue and expand our satellite broadcast to multiple continents. Visit fund.lrn.fm today, and thank you for your help. Don't forget to share the link on social media. That's fund.lrn.fm. So you've heard all 3 hours of the latest episode of Free Talk Live, and you're still hungry for liberty-oriented audio content? Did you know that we have another 24/7 audio stream at LRN.FM? The Liberty Radio Network airs the latest episodes of some of the best liberty-oriented podcasts on the internet around the clock. In addition to recorded content, you'll also hear live shows like Free Talk Live, originating from our Keene, New Hampshire studio. So listen anytime at LRN.FM. That's LRN.FM.
We've all heard about blockchain assets like Dogecoin, Ether, and Ripple. Bitcoin isn't the only player in the blockchain game any longer. And for those of us wondering how to get our hands on these digital assets, finally, there's a solution. Shapeshift.io allows you to buy and sell between your digital assets and Bitcoin instantly between your own digital wallets. I've used it with ease. Shapeshift.io. There's no account or email address needed. You send them the crypto you want to sell. They send back the crypto you want to buy. It's that easy. Shapeshift.io.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.fm.
It's Free Talk Live. Toll-free number here if you want to join us, 855-450-FREE. We think things are working here in the studio.
The generator's working.
The generator is definitely working. Thank goodness.
How much life does that have in it? How long does it will it run without?
It's propane, so however long that tank will last, which should be quite a long time.
My power went out a week and a half ago during the other heat spell. By the way, we're having another heat spell right now. It sucks to live in New England, I'm telling you. But yeah, during the
Are you really complaining about it?
No, I'm not. I'm being sarcastic. During the other heat spell we had a week and a half ago, my power it was like 10 houses out in my neighborhood just went out. And It was just scorching. I mean, it was hot. And of course, my neighbor, the only neighbor of the 10 houses that had a generator, he just goes out and cranks his up, and
yep,
he's got like Christmas tree lights all around his property. He's a real crazy guy. So he was just rubbing it in our faces. The whole street's off, and his Christmas tree lights are just booming in our faces.
So we're talking about Trump and the Putin summit that he had yesterday, and people are really upset about it. According to RT.com, you got various different people on both the Republican and Democrat parties who are just
you knew
livid.
You knew the liberals would be upset by this. Anything he does, but the real tell are all of the neocons that are coming out and talking about how he has destroyed our country with this unpatriotic move on his part.
Now look, just like with Kim Jong-un, I am not a fan of Russia's government or anything like that, right? Like, they are very anti-freedom.
I don't know that we know anything that's going on in Russia. I don't live there. I don't know anybody.
They've been persecuting gays. We know that much. That's been in the news.
Recently?
Within the last decade.
The way I see it, Russia is...
If you're a gay person in Russia, it's not good.
Russia they're behind, just like China. They're catching up. They're catching up. Their middle class is growing. They're gaining more and more freedoms every day, in my opinion. And
I don't know. Maybe? I don't know.
I think they're going. We're going in one direction. The United States of America. We're going in one direction. The Russia and China are going in the other.
It would be interesting to pull up the various studies. There are, like the Heritage Institute was it Foundation? Anyway, Heritage. They do one of them, the World Economic Freedom Studies, and see if Russia has actually been moving up that chart. I don't know. I have not been paying attention. We've been watching the United States fall down the chart, going from the top 10 now into the bottom of the top 20. And so we can continue. I've got some of the quotes here to share, and your calls and thoughts certainly are welcome if you want to join us. The toll-free number here is 855-450-FREE. That's 855-450-3733. And we've also got Skype at Skype username LRN.FM. And I guess, I think during the power outage, I think I actually missed... Oh, no, that was a missed call from last night. Anyway, so we'll of course, take your calls about anything. There's the Discord on-air call-in line room at discord.lrn.fm. And that'll allow you to sound almost like you're sitting in the studio here with us. So, the story here from RT... saying following President Trump's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin, Trump's opponents at home blasted his handling of the meeting. Former CIA Chief John Brennan called the joint press conference, quote, treasonous.
Oh, yeah.
Quote, Donald Trump's press conference performance in Helsinki rises to and exceeds the threshold of high crimes and misdemeanors. It was nothing short of treasonous. Not only were Trump's comments imbecilic, he is wholly in the pocket of Putin. Republican patriots, where are you? Shortly after, Brennan appeared on MSNBC to demand that Trump's officials resign in protest. Brennan has long been a vocal opponent of Trump and has been one of the loudest voices in supporting the unproven theory that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia in the run-up to the 2016 election. Trump has accused Brennan of knowingly using a dossier of salacious and false allegations against him to jumpstart special counsel Robert Mueller's ongoing and fruitless Russiagate probe. Trump said that Brennan, quote, disgraced himself and the entire intelligence community, unquote, in doing so. At the conference, Trump and Putin both emphatically denied accusations of collusion in the run-up to the 2016 election, with Trump saying that he beat Hillary Clinton easily without Russian help, and Putin calling the claims nonsense, challenging the press to show, quote, a single fact that would prove, unquote, any collusion occurred. Trump said that he had brought up allegations. And of course, they're also saying that, well, here's the proof that Trump was colluding with Putin. They had a meeting. The fact that they met is the alleged proof that there was collusion.
No, it's what he said. It's when the reporters asked him, was there any collusion? He basically said, no, I had a talk with Putin. Putin said no collusion, and I agree with him. that was basically it.
Right. Well, what else are you supposed to say?
And by the way, Obama said the same exact thing. I think he added and I told him to knock it off. He's like, yeah. He said, what's he going to say? He's going to say he did it? Right. No, of course he's not going to say he did it. Right. So I was just like, dude, if you did it, knock it off.
What else are you supposed to do? Either the people who are claiming the collusion exists can prove their case or not, right? Like, if you didn't do something, all you can really say is you didn't do that thing. There's really you can't prove that you didn't do a thing.
And this is one of those things by the way, it's one of those things when it comes to spying on other countries. I don't know if you've ever played Risk or any of the diplomacy games. You don't tell your opponent what you're doing behind closed doors. I mean, it's like, no, it's part of the game.
Both men acknowledged that U.S.-Russia relations were at a particularly low point, but pledged to work together on areas of shared interest, including the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula and the eradication of Islamic terrorism. Still, even Trump's political allies called him out for not pressing Putin hard enough on alleged election meddling. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham called the conference a missed opportunity. He said, quote, missed opportunity by President Trump to firmly hold Russia accountable for 2016 meddling and deliver a strong warning regarding future elections. This answer by President Trump will be seen by Russia as a sign of weakness and create far more problems than it solves. Graham then suggested Trump have a commemorative World Cup soccer ball, a gift from Putin, checked for listening devices. Jeff Flake, another Republican senator, called the conference shameful, saying, quote, I never thought I would see the day when our American president would stand on the stage with the Russian president and place blame on the United States for Russian aggression. This is shameful. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that's referring to.
You mean Russian aggression and what that is?
No. He was blaming... He's claiming... Flake is claiming Trump blamed the United States for Russian aggression. So I'm not sure which Russian aggression he's talking about.
Oh, he's talking about the Facebook memes that they supposedly created that lost Hillary the election.
That's aggression?
Yeah. And the DNC emails that were hacked.
This is a Republican who's making this statement.
Yeah, he's a friggin' warmonger. Don't trust that guy. Don't reelect this guy because he wants to go to war with Russia. This is one of those guys that's like, we need an opponent.
They need more war.
Not an opponent, because by the way, that's what Trump called him. He called him an opponent. This guy wants an adversary. He wants more war. He wants to sell more missiles because he's not beholden to the people. He's beholden to the war machine.
Is Trump doing some of the most anti-war stuff he can possibly do here? I mean, I realize
it's amazing.
He's dropped a lot of bombs, so it's not like he's anti-war. But we'll continue here in moments. 855 450 free like freedom. Free Talk Live.
This is Jessica Armand, founder of My Magic Mud. Our team helped organize a successful effort to remove fluoride from our city's water supply. This is our passion. My Magic Mud Oral Care purifies and brightens your smile naturally. GCN listeners, please support my family business by purchasing our products from your local health food store. We're also available at CVS Pharmacy, or visit us at mymagicmud.com and take 10% off now with coupon code GCN10.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Sling bow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of sling bow. A new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
Jode Cress Beckler. From claim jumpers to politicians to coyotes, the straight shooter that shook up the presidential race is taking them all on and licking them good.
Hello, Jode.
Who and what's behind these potato monkey shines?
Well, these scientists are trying to mass-produce potatoes that are more resistant to disease, but they're doing so in potentially dangerous ways that alter their DNA.
Tater disease, what brung us Irish.
Right.
You give a tater man's constitution, you can bet he's coming to play old Joe to call.
Yes, well, nature's revenge could come in the form of disease
now you listen
or
to
allergens.
Me, taters. You gave a mind of a tater.
Jode, please, let me make my point.
You're tater-minded and you're looking to infiltrate old Joe's cabin, but you're too late.
No.
Now you get out, or I'll slice your tater heart out and fry it up on my grill.
Okay, Jode.
Now, y'all stay close, you. Gonna have my jug band back here, and if Jasper don't let me strum the washboard, we're gonna resort to cutting.
This is the Onion News Network.
When you hear the word lobbyist, you probably think about greedy corporations, but not all lobbyists are the same. Some are fighting for the freedoms you hold dear. Liberty Lobby LLC is doing just that in New Hampshire, working hard to represent you, not some special interest group. You can help by going to libertylobby.info, where your contribution will give us the tools we need to ensure that your voice is heard. Visit libertylobby.info today to find out more.
LRN.FM is proud to announce our official listening apps for Android and iOS devices. Now you can easily tune into our streams anywhere, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just visit apps.lrn.fm or search for LRN.FM in the Android or Apple app stores. Please download, rate us 5 stars, then share the link on your social media and let your friends and family know how you're listening to LRN.FM. Download it now, free, at apps.lrn.fm.
Since time began, tyrants have taken aim at personal liberties. Now there's a movie that aims back.
The government has no more right to tell us what to put in our bodies than they have to take our guns or tell us what books we can read.
6 drug police were eaten by bears while raiding a marijuana farm.
On your knees, you dirty hippie! Jesus. On your knees! What's the problem, officer?
Today, many cops who enforce pot laws do so only because it provides them with cushy jobs, good benefits, and a chance to push people around.
I was an undercover narcotics officer. The drug war is nothing but a farce.
The Second Amendment says you gotta keep you and your gat intact.
Guns and Weed, The Road to Freedom. A film by Michael W. Dean and Nima Vadadi.
DVD available now at gunsandweed.com or on Amazon. That's gunsandweed.com. Makes the perfect gift. Remember, that's gunsandweed.com.
Join the LRN.FM Discord for live chat 24/7 at discord.lrn.fm. That's discord.lrn.fm.
It's Free Talk Live. You dial toll-free, join us on the radio if you want. Our number is 855-450-FREE, like freedom. With you in the studio tonight, you've got Ian.
And Conan.
Don't forget, you can join us on the radio here anytime you want. We're here 7 nights per week live. If you're not listening to the show live, well, you can always call in anyway later on. So just call the next night. 7 to 10 at night Eastern Time. We're here. 855-450-FREE, like freedom. Ron Paul, Judge Napolitano, Doug Casey, Larkin Rose, some of the biggest names in the liberty movement will be gathering at Anarchapulco. It's coming up February 14th through the 19th, 2019, in Acapulco, Mexico. It's the largest gathering of free thinkers, voluntarists, libertarians, and ANCAPs And you'll love the lineup of speakers discussing everything from entrepreneurship to investments, politics, philosophy, health, sustainability, lifestyles, and even personal relationships for 4 days among the sun and beaches of a world-class resort. And, of course, we will be there again for the third year in a row. You can go to anarchapulco.com and use code FTL, like Free Talk Live, to register and receive an additional 15% off of the early bird rates. Now, you don't have a whole lot of time to get early bird pricing because that's done on July 31st. Let me tell you, last year, Anarchapulco was a sold-out event. They had 1,700 people there last year. It was so big, so successful. From what I understand, they're going to reserve the larger room. There's this hotel that they have it at, this resort, has 2 humongous rooms. One's even bigger than the other one. The one they had it in was the smaller of the 2 huge
Is it called the Trump Suite?
No, I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I suspect it's something Mexican, but I don't know. Anyway, they're going to move into the larger facility, from what I was told. Even if they don't, it's still going to be huge, huge. So you definitely want to go there. If you heard us enjoying ourselves there this year, it really was a great event, and I recommend you check it out. Anarchapulco.com, code FTL, like Free Talk Live.
By the way, I did bring up the heritage.org numbers.
Yeah.
The rankings. Russia is
economic freedom rankings.
Yeah, Russia is 107th on the list, and they are going up. They went up 1.1 points this year. They went up in everything: property rights,
how about that?
Government spending, tax burden, trade freedom. They went down in government integrity.
Okay.
And fiscal health.
But overall
they went up in everything.
On the charts.
So they're getting up there.
The prediction was correct.
And I bet you China is doing as well.
It'll be a sad, sad day when Russia and China pass the United States on the economic freedom rankings.
That's where it's leading.
It's going that direction.
It's definitely leading. Their people are stepping up. This is how the free market works. The people are coming into their own, and they're realizing, hey, we're tired of this oppression. We want to keep our stuff. We want to keep the sweat of our brows in our right here in our own communities, and not hand it off to fighting wars and building walls and oppressing other peoples and spreading the empire, because it's not doing us any good.
Yeah, I mean, Trump is. There's a lot to dislike about him, right? Building the wall. You mentioned that.
It's ridiculous.
And he's a protectionist. Which of course is not good for the American economy. He's not a small government guy necessarily. I mean, he hasn't really done a whole lot to make the government smaller. You can point out a few things.
He's a lover of tariffs.
Yeah, you can point out a few things that have happened under Trump that are like, okay, yeah, it's not bad. Like in the FCC, for instance, which is the regulatory agency for the radio business, they have actually gotten rid of a few regulations. It's true. So, that's happened. I can't deny that. So
he may privatize the post office.
And if that happens, that's great too. But that's just speculation right now. We don't know if that's going to actually transpire. And so there's some things that we can say that are good. I think it was a good thing that he met with Kim Jong-un. I think that nothing but good, could have come from that unless it went really bad. And a little bit of communication can help things. And I think that that's what's happened here. I don't think this is going to be the end of tension or whatever between Russia and the United States governments. However, talking's better than not talking, right? Like if you've got an issue with somebody, then you should probably discuss it with that person.
And maybe even figure out what the issue is.
Sure.
Because I don't have an issue with Russia. But the media, the powers that be,
they sure love to hate them, don't they?
Every single damn day of my life, they're telling me how much I should be hating Russia. And all the movies I grew up watching, Top Gun and the whole nine
during the Cold War,
with the fighter jets with the masked Russians, you couldn't see their faces because they're the stormtroopers.
They're not
bad.
People.
You're dehumanizing them.
Right.
But I mean, my whole life, that's all I've been told. And it's like, dude, I know one Russian, and he's a cool guy. He's a good guy.
I wish I knew more Russian women. From what I can tell, very beautiful.
That's a very hot
Russian women.
Very hot accent.
Yeah.
I do have one Russian story. So this is just this year. I actually went and picked up a Russian girl here in Keene.
Really?
She was renting a car with us. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
For your job.
I wish I was picking her. No, I would not. I'm glad that I wasn't picking up this particular girl. She was drinking the Kool-Aid.
Ooh, okay.
But the conversation was so I began my conversation as, always, I usually start off, I break the ice with the, how do you like them roundabouts? Oh, I asked her, how do the roundabouts work in Russia?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh, they're great, except they're backwards. The right-of-way is different.
I see.
So I guess if you are on the exterior, you have the right-of-way to the ones on the interior, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Huh.
But anyways, and then she goes on to tell me about, we started talking about like education and healthcare and stuff, and she was talking about, you don't have the free education that we have here in our country. And I was like, what? And I thought she was talking about higher education.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about, grade school. And then she went on to talk about, she was talking about how we have people dying in the streets. And by this time,
United States?
Yeah, in the United States, just dying on the streets because of our health care. It doesn't exist. And we let our poor people just die. And I was like, wow. You know who this person sounds like? Because everything she had was bad, 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 bad.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, she was dating an American here in Keene and was marrying him. They're engaged. They're getting married, and I don't know what their plans are, but that's all I found out about her personal life.
Mm.
But the stories she was, portraying were the same stories you would hear from
propaganda.
Our Rush Limbaugh listeners and our Laura Ingraham listeners and Howie Cars talking about how over in North Korea, the people are dying in the streets and they don't have health care and they're killing each other and there's murder and they're throwing people in the gulag. She was saying the same thing about us.
Well, I mean,
and I was like, wow. I mean, you know what? I don't know what's going on in North Korea except what the big bad media is telling me. I don't know what's going on in Russia except what the media is telling me. It could be a complete lie. What Vice is telling me. Vice doesn't work for the people. They work for the advertisers.
Well, if you want to join us here, by the way, the toll-free number is 855-450-FREE like freedom. As far as believing what you're told, obviously we can only believe what we're told about North Korea because getting any kind of real information out of there is very, very difficult. I mean, it is a closed state where the media in North Korea is completely controlled by the government there. Russia, I'm not sure what the status is of free media there. I mean, obviously RT is Russian government funded, so you got to keep that in mind when you're, listening to them. But I don't know if Russia has internally independent media. I don't know enough about it. It's like you said, what's Russia doing to you? Russia's not doing anything.
What has Russia done to you lately?
Right.
Nothing.
Well, all Russia's done for us is provided us with RT, which honestly is one of the better news outlets in the United States.
I would agree. They have good-looking Russian women, too.
Well, I mean, there's that, but they're also very critical of the United States government. And, the enemy of my enemy is my friend or whatever, right? So, I welcome that. If RT came to Free Talk Live, because I happen to know they operate a few radio stations. So RT's got the TV side, but then they have Sputnik, which is another sort of news radio-based organization that they have, and they run some radio stations. If they came to us and said, we want to put Free Talk Live on the air, I'd be like, hell yeah. That's great. They had Adam Kokesh. They gave him a show for a while.
They probably love it over there. They probably love this show over there.
There's more on the way here. You can join us. The toll-free number is 855-450-FREE like freedom, 855-450-3733. You can bring up anything you want here. This is Free Talk Live. Your thoughts on Trump and the Russia thing, you're welcome to share that. Or whatever.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dinovite for help.
Order a 90-day supply of Dinovite.
Dinovite is nutrition.
Pick up 2 bottles of LicoChops. Get the 3rd bottle free.
New improved LicoChops with omega-3, omega-6, vitamin E.
And now, 6 extra direct-fed microbials.
Even better for the digestive tract and immune system.
Try LicoChops. Buy 2, get 1 free.
At Dinovite.com.
DINOVITE.com.
The Bitcoin.com wallet is a simple and powerful full-featured wallet that allows you to send and receive Bitcoin, BTC, and Bitcoin Cash, BCH, with anyone, anywhere in the world. It supports both single and multi-signature wallets and is available in multiple languages. The Bitcoin.com wallet is available on Windows, Linux, Mac, Android, and iOS devices. Use the Bitcoin.com wallet to buy, send, store, and receive both Bitcoin, BTC, and Bitcoin Cash, BCH. Learn more at wallet.bitcoin.com. That's wallet.bitcoin.com.
You can't print invoices without ink. You can't print status reports, spreadsheets, or that report due in 12 minutes without ink. No, you can't print anything without ink. Luckily, Staples has a huge selection of ink and toner in stock and at great prices every day. This week only, buy 1 HP ink at Staples and get a second 30% off. So stock up now, because you can't afford to run out of ink.
And Saturday, 7/21/18. See store associate or staples.com for details. Restrictions may apply.
This is Jessica Armand, creator of the fluoride-free oral care brand, My Magic Mud. You're going to love our new products. Our cutting-edge oral rinses deeply soothe your mouth and fight cavities naturally. Our breath spray, My Magic Mist, will invigorate your senses with essential oils of peppermint and eucalyptus. Our clinically proven toothpaste and tooth powders whiten your teeth and detoxify your mouth. Buy discounted bundles direct at mymagicmud.com and take 10% off with coupon code GCN10. mymagicmud.com.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
There are lots of ways to listen to Free Talk Live. Our podcast has been around since podcasts began, and now the FTL feed is loaded with content besides our full show archives. Did you know that we make it easy for you to customize your podcast subscriptions? We have different feeds, one that includes only our full shows, one with just the Daily Digest, and one with just the Edgington Post. You decide what you listen to. It's quick and easy to customize your feeds at feeds.freetalklive.com. That's feeds.freetalklive.com. Are you a cryptocurrency advocate? The Crypto Tip is the ideal outreach tool to help new people discover cryptocurrency. It's a printable business card-sized tip that you can give to service providers, preferably in addition to a good cash tip. When the server scans the QR code, it'll bring up an explanation of cryptocurrency, how to install a wallet, and allow them to claim the tip. If they don't claim the crypto, you get your tip refunded to you after a time period you specify. Plus, if they do claim the tip, you get an email alert. Create as many tips as you want at cryptotip.org. That's cryptotip.org.
You're listening to the best liberty-oriented audio streamed around the clock, on the air and online. This is the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
It is Free Talk Live, and you can bring up anything that you want. Dial toll-free here to join us on the radio. Our number is 855-450-FREE, like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. With you tonight, it's Ian.
And Conan.
And I should mention, it is finally, once again, Topless Tuesday here in the studio.
Oh, yeah,
tonight.
that worked out nicely, didn't it?
Yeah, so you're filling in for Mark and Johnson.
I wonder if that's why the power went out.
Just because we're topless?
Yeah, too much nipple.
We're on Twitch, so if you want to watch the show, that's one of the ways you can do it. You can go to twitch.lrn.fm, and that allows you to watch and listen to the program. There's, of course, the Twitch app, which you can have on your smart device of preference, and then you will be able to follow us and get notifications when Free Talk Live goes live. Also, Call to Freedom, which is the other show that's based out of this studio 5 days a week on LRN.FM. You'll get notices of that show going live as well if you subscribe to our channel over at twitch.lrn.fm. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, then you get one subscription on Twitch per month. Twitch allows you to subscribe to channels that you like. Usually you have to pay for those subscriptions, and that makes the advertising go away. So Twitch has ads that they'll usually run before the stream starts. And if you want those ads to go away, you can just give us your Twitch subscription. If you get one per month, as I say, with your Amazon Prime. If you want to learn how to do that, it's real simple. Just go to twitch.lrn.fm, then just scroll down below the video window, and you'll find some instructions there. Super fast, super easy. Let's go to the phones. To the fun here, we've been talking about the Trump and Putin meeting, which, I say, how could this really be that bad of a thing? Unless it goes south and Trump and him start fighting, obviously that could be bad. But Trump seems to be trying to build bridges here with some of the supposed enemies of the United States government. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It seems to be the right thing to do.
Out of all the crap nonsense that comes from this guy, I'm all right with this.
Right. There's a lot of stuff we can say that Trump's bad about. This isn't. Let's talk to James. He's in Arizona. You're on Free Talk Live. Hello, James. James in Arizona.
I'd like to question your authority, like you said.
Question my authority? I don't have any authority except over this person right here, Conan. Tell me more.
Sanity. And your sanity. But first, how come you never do Topless Monday?
Because I've never been on Monday.
The other hosts don't want to puke, right?
Why don't you just move on with whatever your point is?
Yeah, that's called Mad Cow Melanie. Shout out.
So you're insulting other hosts. Go on with a real point.
She is a disgusting human being that doesn't.
Okay, I'm going to give you one more chance to make an actual point.
Oh, you don't want any criticism.
No. That's not criticism. That's an insult.
What it is. You don't like criticism.
No, it's an insult when you say somebody's disgustingly ugly or whatever. That is an insult. That's not a critique. Okay, because people look differently. There's a range of attraction and a range of what people find to be attractive. So somebody's outside of that range for you.
So what you're saying is, my ears don't protrude enough off of the side of my head, and I don't have enough. Yeah.
Here's your last chance, James in Arizona. I'm going to give you one last chance to actually make a point.
Again, I never hear you mute anybody else.
Oh no, you just don't know. We mute people all the time.
Because you don't want to be criticized. And the reason why
let's hear the actual critique rather than insulting somebody's body type.
They don't want to see ugly people like Mad
Let's hear the. All right, I gave him a chance, didn't I? I gave him multiple chances. He just wanted to insult another host who isn't even on the air with us tonight. So there you go. Toll-free number here. I gave him at least 3 chances to have it out. Whatever your actual critique is, it's not critique when you say, "I don't like the way your body looks." That's just an opinion.
Call in tomorrow, James, when I'm on Topless Wednesdays.
Yeah. And you know what? Everybody's got an opinion. And this show allows people with opinions to express those opinions. But if all your opinion is I don't like that talk show host. He's ugly. She's ugly. Well, that's not particularly interesting, and no one cares. Let's continue here with Tom in New Hampshire. Tom, you're on Free Talk Live. Hello, Tom.
Yeah, it's about computer privacy, especially with email. There's this cool thing that some emailers do, and that is they embed images in an email, and the way they do it is in the text of the email, here's this image. It says, go pull the image up off the server, but the URL embedded in it has a code in it. So if that image gets pulled up, they can track who is actually opening the emails.
Yeah, that's a really cool feature. It's a cool feature that allows you to know when, let's say, a client or somebody that you're trying to. I know Mark uses this because he's a sales guy, right? So he'll send out a message to a potential client, and he wants to know, do they even open the thing? And this will let you know that.
What some of the software that you can use to read your emails gives you the option of click here to view the images.
Yes.
And if you don't click there, then you might get an image. You might get one of these cool emails from somebody like Mark Edge, and he's trying to find out whether you're opening it. Mm-hmm. And the only way that you'll find out is if some dummy calls up a radio talk show and goes on the air live and tells everybody that they opened the email because they didn't bother to say to download the images. Okay.
So were you just informing us that technology exists, or was there another point you were driving at? I guess that was it. Well, good to know. In case you didn't know, that is a thing, and I think it's a pretty useful thing. I guess it could be used in a malicious. Probably there's some sort of malicious.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that meme to drop where, you guys, we can't have this technology because terrorists use it to send their secret messages amongst their sects.
Terrorists aren't using emails if they're smart. They should be using some.
I'm sorry, they're using Telegram.
They do use Telegram, actually.
Well, that's what they tell us.
That's true. Well, I mean, purportedly, the company or organization behind Telegram has allegedly shut down terrorist channels. So when they've been brought to their attention, they have shut those channels down. Now, that's one of the legitimate critiques against Telegram, is that it is a centrally managed chat service.
And now that if they don't have Telegram at their disposal because they got shut down, then they use PlayStation and, of course, Twitter. Or not Twitter.
PlayStation doesn't seem like a very effective way to
That's
communicate.
what I heard, man. That's what the terrorists use. They use the PlayStation.
Oh, I guess you're talking about they use like the voice chat or something like that, right?
I'm not really familiar with their setup.
Because if you've ever
chat, you have all kinds of other options, right? You can do a little texting here and a little
emailing.
but
with a controller, with a video game controller, have you ever tried entering text with a video game controller?
I'm PC all the way. I don't subscribe to this console nonsense.
You never had a console?
I grew up playing Nintendo.
Yeah,
but I don't play shooters with this friggin' console with a controller. You use a mouse and a keyboard like a sane person and not like a barbarian.
What shooter have you been playing?
Recently, nothing. But I mean, I grew up playing the Quakes and the Dooms.
Yeah,
I got the latest Doom.
I got the new Doom too.
On my wish list. I'm waiting for the 75% and up off.
Right,
and then I'll get it.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, you don't play Doom with a controller. How do you aim? I mean, you just don't have the precision. And all you have to do, and they stopped this a long time ago. I remember there was one port, PC to, or actually console to PC port, where they had PC players playing console players.
No way.
Halo. This is 15 years ago when it first came out.
Console players must have gotten slaughtered.
Oh, they were slaughtered, and they didn't so badly they didn't want to play.
Yeah, I bet.
So they stopped that nonsense.
You got to segregate those people.
Actually, I think like one of the Gears of Wars did it. Huh. But some of these guys are pretty decent where they can aim with their thumbs and crap.
Yeah.
But no, you want to aim with your whole arm. I want that trigger, them crosshairs.
Right.
I want my whole arm aiming because that's how you fight. That's how you aim with a rifle. But this with my thumb.
It's not anything like aiming with a rifle, but yes,
it's a lot closer than aiming with my thumb.
You will get more, in my opinion, and I agree with you that you will get more accuracy out of
console players
a
that go up against PCers always slaughtered. It's just there's no match.
So I don't know. We could continue reading quotes from these politicians. I didn't even get to the lefties. All I read earlier in this RT article was the righties. McCain claiming it was one of the most disgraceful performances by an American president.
I thought he was dead. He's still kicking.
He's still kicking.
That guy. I hate to wish death on anybody. That guy is so horrible.
Here's some of the Democrats. Chuck Schumer wrote, "For the president of the United States to side with President Putin against American law enforcement, American defense officials, and American intelligence agencies is thoughtless, dangerous, and weak. The president is putting himself over our country." Elizabeth Warren writes, "Once again, real Donald Trump takes to the international stage to embarrass America, undermine our institutions, weaken our alliances, and embrace a dictator. Russia interfered in our elections and attacked our democracy."
Yeah, interfered with her elections by what? By exposing the truth that your opponent, or not your opponent,
but was it Russia that exposed it? I thought it was WikiLeaks.
Who leaked him the WikiLeaks? How did
There's
WikiLeaks
no evidence it was Russia.
I think it was Seth Rich.
Is he a Russian?
No, he's a Democrat.
Okay, then.
He's a dead one.
Right.
They killed his ass.
She says Putin must be held accountable, not rewarded. Disgraceful. Toll-free number here tonight, 855-450, free like freedom. We got the Amazon potential destruction of the Postal Service on the way.
It's coming.
And you can bring up what you want here. Hour 2's next. Free Talk Live.
I tried other brands, but I came back to My Sunshine.
For the best hot or cold pain relief, get the best. Get a Sunny Bay heating pad.
Sometimes life can be a pain in the neck, or back, or shoulder.
And the best relief for that pain is a Sunny Bay heating pad. Did you know that the American College of Physicians said that one of the best ways to treat muscle pain is heat therapy? Sunny Bay heating pads are handmade with high quality, can be used at home or at work, and have a lifetime 100% positive rating on both Amazon and Etsy.
Why take another pill?
Many people use our Sunny Bay heating pads alone and got rid of the neck pain.
Long distance travel or long hours in front of a computer can take its toll on your body.
Our homegrown small business tries to help people just like us. That's why we design and test our handmade products with great care before we introduce them to the public. You can easily find Sunny Bay heating pads on Amazon. Just go to Amazon.com and search for Sunny Bay heating pads.
Are you tired of your taxes funding endless occupations around the world? Antiwar.com is run by people who understand that wars abroad become wars at home, wars on our freedoms. Antiwar.com is dedicated to bringing you the latest in news, views, interviews, and reviews from the top movers and shakers in the anti-occupation movement. Antiwar.com has it all, from thorough foreign policy analysis to interviews with whistleblowers who used to run the military-industrial complex. Anti-war, pro-free market. That's antiwar.com.
LRN.FM now has a Discord. Discord is a free text and voice chat platform, and we now have our own server with a bunch of channels at discord.lrn.fm. You can join other listeners as they chat about various things during our live shows, or anytime, day or night. Discord software is available cross-platform, so you can have it on whatever device you want and take your chats anywhere. Join our Discord at discord.lrn.fm. That's discord.lrn.fm.
You're listening to the live edition of Free Talk Live. Hour number 2 is next, after the news, here on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, July 17th, 2018. Silver is trading at $15.73 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,240 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $22, and the average price of Bitcoin is $6,697. Antiwar.com reports negotiations between President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin concluded with a joint press conference. The comments by the two revealed, as expected, no major deals were reached, but that some fairly vague plans for improved cooperation were agreed upon. There were disagreements, with Putin faulting Trump for the withdrawal from the P5+1 nuclear deal with Iran and urging Trump to be more decisive in pushing Ukraine towards peace talks with its eastern rebels. Trump brought up the issue of election interference and accepted Putin's denial. He praised Putin as a strong leader and competitor. He also defended his decision to attend the summit despite calls by U.S. lawmakers to cancel it. The conference ended with increasingly confrontational media questions about election meddling, with Trump reiterating that while he has faith in the FBI for investigations, he sees no reason not to believe Putin's denial. With so much bipartisan congressional opposition to even attending the summit, unsurprisingly, the summit's end was met with furious condemnation from both sides of the aisle. Senator John McCain called the talks one of the most disgraceful performances by an American president in memory. Representative Nancy Pelosi went even further, not only faulting Trump for his weakness at the summit, but declaring that the weakness to be proof that Russia has something on him and is threatening to release it.
In 2115 New England, there are no borders, no states, and no regulations, yet never has a more peaceful and prosperous place existed. But Mr. Drake Security Company has seen better days. Faced with the prospect of waning power, Mr. Drake intends to replace the anarchy of New England with a government. But at what cost? Will anybody care? And can anyone stop him? Anarchy in New England by Joe Jarvis is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores.
UPI reports a federal judge on Monday ordered the U.S. government to temporarily halt deportations of migrant families in order to review whether parents need more time to consider whether they want to leave the United States with or without their children. Judge Dana Sabraw issued the order during a status conference. The American Civil Liberties Union, which represents some migrant parents separated from their children, requested that Immigrations and Customs Enforcement delay deportations until at least 1 week after U.S. officials reunite the families. The ACLU said there were persistent and increasing rumors that mass deportations may be carried out imminently and immediately upon reunification. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is in the process of reuniting more than 2,500 children between the ages of 5 and 17 who were separated from their parents after crossing the border. Many of the separations came as a result of the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy to prosecute everyone who crosses the border in violation of immigration laws, which went into effect in April. Sabraw ordered the Department of Homeland Security to reunite the separated families in 2 stages, children under 5 by July 10th and the older children by July 26th. Last week, U.S. officials reunited more than half of the 103 youngest children, but missed the Tuesday deadline for some who were eligible. The judge on Monday said he would give lawmakers a week to litigate the merits of a permanent 1-week delay between reunification and possible deportation.
Whether you're looking for precious metals or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates, like Namecheap and Amazon, at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com.
Reuters reports a blob of hot volcanic lava struck an ocean tour boat just off the Big Island of Hawaii on Monday, injuring nearly 24 people in the worst casualty incident to date from the ongoing eruption of the Kilauea volcano. A huge steam-driven explosion caused by molten rock mixing with seawater as it poured from the shoreline sent a lava bomb crashing through the roof of the boat and into the vessel's seating area, according to authorities. Hawaii County Fire Department Battalion Chief Darwin Okinaka said the boat returned to port in Hilo on its own power less than an hour later, and 3 of the injured, including a woman in her 20s whose legs were broken, were taken to a local hospital by ambulance. 9 or 10 with less severe injuries were driven to the hospital by private vehicle, and 10 more people were treated by paramedics at the port. A civil defense spokeswoman, Kelly Wooten, put the total number of injuries at 23. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.
Japan grants suffrage to female robots, and a hypochondriac maple tree is always convinced it has Asian longhorn beetles. The following 2 statements are true. The previous statement is false, and this is the Onion Week in Review. This week, Americans nationwide were stunned to hear horrific allegations on Wall Street revealing that numerous junior bankers have been forced to survive on a mere $6,800 per week. The findings, which implicate numerous high-profile financial institutions such as Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, and Citibank, suggest that hundreds of first-year bankers are constantly deprived of basic necessities, including penthouse apartments overlooking Central Park and regular company-financed vacations to the French Riviera.
Many of these bankers are 23 or 24 years old and don't even have access to an expense account of over $50,000 a year. Not only that, but some of them are making as little as 20 times minimum wage. I mean, this is truly disgraceful.
This is the Onion News Network.
Free Talk Live.
It is Free Talk Live. You can dial toll-free here. You can bring up anything that you want. Our number is 855-450-FREE, like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. You know, we talked earlier about video games a little bit, Conan. I've had a story in my show prep for like probably at least a week at this point that we haven't gotten to.
And no gamers to talk to. Except, does Johnson game?
Johnson's a gamer, yeah. But he's not here tonight.
No, too bad.
So headline, and we'll get into this, but I want to talk about the Amazon thing first that you brought in last week. We never got to it.
2 weeks ago.
A mother has issued a warning after her daughter's avatar was, quote, gang raped in a popular game. So we'll get into that.
Whoa. I mean, what? What game could you even do that in?
We'll get into it. The toll-free number here if you want to join us is 855-450-FREE like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. And the Skype username is LRN.FM. And we've got the Discord on-air call-in line room where you can join us and sound like you're sitting in the studio here with us. Now, Conan, one of the things that you do for a living is you sell things on Amazon.
I do.
And a few things on eBay, but mostly on Amazon.
Amazon is very easy to use, and because I stick to mostly books and video games and puzzles and stuff, Amazon is the platform to use.
That's where people are looking to buy that stuff, right?
Correct. Well, it's just such an easy process. eBay, there's a lot more steps you have to be taking, picture taking and the description and whatnot. Basically, the way Amazon works is once somebody creates a good line item, a good item description, picture and whatnot, it just basically it becomes the base, and everyone you can use it. So it's just a much easier process. I love it.
So
it's easy.
And you've been doing it for a few years now, right? Like 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
So you're kind of connected with all things Amazon, or at least a lot of what's going on.
According to some of the leaders in our community, I am a part of the problem because because buy local, Ian.
Oh.
If you want to support your community, you want to support your neighbors, you should buy local. Don't buy on Amazon from that kid, from that anarchist.
It's ridiculous.
He's bringing down society. He is killing jobs. Yeah, it absolutely,
What job?
especially in my situation.
You're selling books that are going to be thrown away. In a lot of cases.
I'm selling books that the local bookstore doesn't have room to stock. I sell specialty books. I'm not selling Grisham and King and all of these popular fictions and whatnot because I can't sell them because they're too cheap. You could buy those books for a penny. I'm selling the books that I go, at least $5 and up, and but they're specialty items, and I'm selling to all over the country. I used to sell to all over the world, and I got tired of the
international shipping.
The international shipping is a pain in the butt. Yeah. But now I sell to everybody in the country, and I am fulfilling a service that our local bookstore cannot fulfill. And I'm making money. I'm making income, which, by the way, I spend at local stores.
Yeah.
And that's money that you buy a book that if you were to buy it at a bookstore, it would be twice or 3 times as much as what I'm selling it. So I'm actually saving people money. I'm providing a service. I'm providing a product that they want, that they're willing to give me money for, and I'm actually saving them money.
Yeah,
and the real problem is why are stores closing in this community? It's because it's too damn expensive to run a store on Main Street because of the
anywhere
taxes.
It's expensive anywhere
because of the taxes, community leaders.
It's not just Main Street, dude. There are shopping centers in Keene that are basically deserted, that are more than 50% deserted.
And what are doing well? Gift shops and restaurants, and that's it. Everything else has gone the way of, if they can get it on Amazon, if they can get it through online services. That's how they're getting it these days.
And so Amazon,
it's a brave new world, man,
is going to be doing something here. They're apparently already, have they rolled this out yet, Conan, where they're offering franchises, Amazon delivery franchises?
I was reading so I looked into Amazon Flex. So right now we're talking about Amazon Delivery Partners. This is new. Amazon Flex has been out. It's basically Amazon Uber.
Okay.
So if you live close enough to one of the hubs, there's only like 5 or 6 big hubs that you can actually do Amazon Flex.
This is their distribution
Portland
center?
and DC.
When you say hub, is this where there's an Amazon distribution center there?
They have warehouses everywhere. There's a warehouse in every state, at least. These are the
I don't think there's one in New Hampshire.
Nashua.
Is there really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. I knew they had one in Massachusetts.
But Nashua isn't one of these hubs that you can do Amazon Flex with.
Okay.
So there's like 5 or 6 hubs. And
is this the Amazon Flex the same? Is that the same day for certain city delivery thing where they like deliver it the same day you order it? If you're within a certain city, is that what Amazon Flex is?
I wouldn't know. I've never done it.
I've heard about this. I mean, I know that it exists in certain cities where you can actually have some Amazon driver bring you a thing the same day you order it, which is amazing.
That sounds about right. But now they're complaining because I think they have unrolled this new option.
No, wait, who's complaining?
Amazon Flex drivers.
Oh,
because now they're not getting the easy routes anymore. They're getting they're getting apartment routes. They're not getting the nice rural routes, which by the way are the easiest to deliver. I mean, you can just stop, practically throw it.
Throw the package.
Yeah, I'm not throwing packages out the window, but it's practically that easy.
Yeah.
But doing apartment routes is very hard because especially with gated communities, where you got to get dinged in and you got to figure out what side of the building you're supposed to be on. Where's the door? It can get pretty problematic after a while. So the Flex guys don't like this new system if it's in fact what they're complaining about.
So what's this one called? The new one?
The new system is called Amazon Delivery Partners.
All right.
And I believe...
And it's happening now, or they're talking about rolling it out?
They are. The application process has been out for 2 weeks.
Okay.
I think the Flex guys who were already complaining are complaining about actual partners who are actually in the system already, who are getting their packages that they would want to deliver. I'm saying my advice to these Flex drivers is, hey, stop using your own vehicle and or continue to use your own vehicle. Go work for one of these partners. And they might not make as much, but I think that this is where it's going because right now, Post Office and UPS are, and I don't know about FedEx, but I know Post Office and UPS are the options for Amazon for the last mile delivery. And we have a problem in that we're in the red every year.
We meaning the U.S. Postal Service, who you also work for.
Correct. And I'm going to tell you right now, out of all the deliveries I do, especially out of my own vehicle, delivering parcels, being a courier, it's actually kind of a nice job. I get to listen to the radio. I got the air conditioner running. I get to see. I work in rural Walpole here in the area. It's a beautiful town. I get to have conversations with people.
Yep.
It's a nice job, and it's not like.
Do you get paid by the package or by the hour?
By the hour. The flex. I think the flex guys get paid by the package.
I bet they do.
And
because it would be stupid to pay somebody by the hour.
Now
this
new delivery system is going to be paid by. You're going to be paid by however the guy who owns the franchise decides to pay you. It might be by the hour. It might be by the package. It's probably going to be by the package. Who knows?
Here's the website: logistics.amazon.com. Right there, the header here. Own your success. If you love building and leading teams, start your own business as an Amazon delivery service partner, delivering smiles to customers across your community.
Isn't that nice?
Low startup costs with as little as $10,000. Now, as far as franchises go, that's pretty cheap, right? Like if you want to franchise a restaurant, it might be $200,000.
Yeah, it's probably going to include a vehicle, uniforms, scanners.
You're not going to get a vehicle for $10,000.
You might get one on lease.
You think?
Yep. Now, there's an option to use your own vehicles, and if you do so, Amazon says that you can. So I think a lot of already established courier department or businesses are going to pick up on this.
Sure.
So if you're driving your own vehicles, then you're allowed to deliver whatever. But if you get our vehicles, you can only deliver Amazon. That's the stipulation.
I see. Logistics experience not required. They say use our technology, processes, and more than 20 years of logistics experience to set up and run your delivery business. And they go on and talk about why.
Yeah, I would actually, if I was a workaholic and I didn't like being at home and hanging out and working on my own projects, I would be all over this. $10,000, I'd be getting a loan. I'd be doing it right now. Except guess what? I would not want to be that guy, and two of my workers decided to quit one week, and then I was left with 200 packages a day that I had to figure out how to deliver them.
Now, you said
I don't want to be that guy.
They've only been taking apps for 2 weeks, but they've got a guy here who says he's been doing this for like half a year.
Yep.
So more coming up here. If you want to share your thoughts, what does this mean for the future of delivery of packages? It's Free Talk Live.
This November, I'll be running the world's biggest and most popular marathon, the New York City Marathon, as a member of Team Innocence Project. The Innocence Project was the first legal organization to systematically apply DNA testing to cases of wrongful convictions as a powerful tool to reveal innocence. It's already been an extraordinary year for the Innocence Project and their clients. They've already freed more innocent people in the past 12 months than in any year in the history of the Innocence Project, and they're gearing up to do even more. The attorneys and paralegals for the Innocence Project are dedicated to doing whatever it takes to set an innocent person free. To support them, a new cohort of law students have recently joined and are excited to help with more than 200 cases of clients seeking to prove their innocence. 9 clients have been exonerated and reunited with their families in 2018 already, and your support now will help build on the incredible momentum of exonerations. You can support the Innocence Project by going to run.freetalklive.com. That's run.freetalklive.com.
The Bitcoin.com wallet is a simple and powerful full-featured wallet that allows you to send and receive Bitcoin, BTC, and Bitcoin Cash, BCH, with anyone, anywhere in the world. It supports both single and multi-signature wallets and is available in multiple languages. The Bitcoin.com wallet is available on Windows, Linux, Mac, Android, and iOS devices. Use the Bitcoin.com wallet to buy, send, store, and receive both Bitcoin, BTC, and Bitcoin Cash, BCH. Learn more at wallet.bitcoin.com. That's wallet.bitcoin.com.
What's more profitable, running your business or doing bookkeeping? Doing your business, of course, but you want to keep your books so that you can maximize your tax savings, right? What if I told you that there's a person that's a bookkeeper, accountant, and law school graduate that's also a hardcore libertarian?
My name is Melanie Johnson, and I hate the state. I will aggressively help you to minimize your tax exposure and maximize profits, all while staying within the law.
Melanie's your best choice for your taxes and bookkeeping needs. Go to tax.freetalklive.com and check out our website, tax.freetalklive.com.
Why did you move to the Shire?
I moved here to the Shire because there's other people around who take liberty just as seriously as I do.
I moved to the Shire because I saw videos of people challenging authority and thought that I could get support myself. It called to me, like, do this right now.
I wanted to be around people like me who got it. And once I got here, I knew there was nowhere else that I wanted to be.
I've always wanted to change the world. So I moved to the Shire to join people who were actually working towards doing the same thing.
The people here are awesome, loving, and positive. It was for the adventure and for the feeling of something important is happening here. And I just wanted to come to sort of be part of that.
Visit ShireSociety.com to read and sign the Shire Society Declaration and learn the reasons why, if you love liberty, you should immigrate to the Shire. Plus, add yourself to the Shire map at ShireSociety.com. That's ShireSociety.com.
The 3 most important things you can do for Free Talk Live are 1. Share 1 episode a week on Facebook or in some other social networking site. 2. Buy the things you buy online through shop.freetalklive.com. 3. Give $5 a month to the AMP program. It's my firm belief that Free Talk Live's AMP program is the best use of your charitable dollar among liberty-oriented organizations. Support all the organizations you love. But make sure you give $5 a month to AMP at amp.freetalklive.com. Radio is the most personal of mediums. I exist right now in your head. If you listen to Free Talk Live regularly, you know me. Free Talk Live is on more than 160 radio stations around the U.S. and has been downloaded on every continent around the world. Hundreds of thousands of listeners with ad packages from $600 a month to $6,000 a month. Imagine what we can do for your business, project, website, or idea. Email me, mark@freetalklive.com.
Do you love Twitter? Make sure you favorite the LRN.FM Twitter account so you can receive our tweets at twitter.lrn.fm. That's twitter.lrn.fm.
This is Free Talk Live. You can dial toll-free to bring up whatever's on your mind. We are talking about Amazon potentially building a delivery company or a series of delivery companies. Franchise operations is what it sounds like so far, to possibly take away all of the business from the U.S. Postal Service.
Competition.
Now, Conan, you actually work for the Postal Service, but you primarily do Amazon package deliveries for them.
That's what's keeping us afloat. It's
right.
So ironic.
Well, because the mail volume has gone down dramatically over the last couple of decades, ever since the internet became more popular and email. Fewer people need to send letters.
Yeah,
and
I deliver junk mail and Amazon.
Right. And like even bills, which used to be like a thing that people still use the mail for. More and more people are going paperless. Right. And a lot of the companies are incentivizing it to where, oh, you've got email, just go paperless, and then we'll save you $3 a month or whatever. Because some of them will charge you for the paper delivery.
Right.
Or if they didn't charge before, they add a charge after the fact and say, well, now we're charging you for paper delivery. Do you want to opt out? And then they give you the chance to opt out, and then you get the you get the email version. Pay the bill that way.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm all right with that.
Yes.
Even considering that I'm the guy who's delivering it. I mean, but I'm already looking at my future.
Oh yeah, your job's on the line.
I
here
am
at
ready,
this point.
but I mean, I'm not worried about it. I mean, I move around a lot. I don't have
You're
a problem.
flexible, yeah.
I love competition. I embrace it, and if it's gonna create a better product, a better, cheaper product for the people, I'm all about it, because guess what? I'm also going to be better for that move. And so if anybody, I don't want to do it, I don't want to be on the line, but if anybody wants to start one of these in our region, in this region,
you want to work for them?
I'll work for you.
Right.
I am very dependable. I work.
Would you manage? Would you be a manager?
I'll be an assistant. but like I said before the break, I don't want to be on the line when those 2 or 3 guys quit during Christmas.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I've got 200, 300 packages that you
got to do it.
Have to make sure get delivered. And also on top of that, I'm at Forbes. Actually, I was at Forbes. Hold on. Yeah, so this is how they wrapped up this article on Forbes about this delivery service. Amazon doesn't want to talk publicly about the terms of its contracts it signs with delivery service partners, e.g., how long they last, whether they include volume guarantees, or what the payment schedule is. The only way to get all the details, a spokesman says, is to be accepted into the program. So it's in its infancy.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to, I don't want to be the guy who finds out that this is a total joke and that they're going to be making minimum wage to use my own vehicle to deliver happiness and smiles to this region.
The people over at GeekWire.com have done a close analysis of this pitch,
right?
And I can tell you a little bit more about it here. But I also want to let you know, since we're talking about package delivery, Bitcoin.com would like you to know that Save It Purse is now accepting Bitcoin Cash. SaveItPurse.com, SaveAtPurse.com. I can't tell you the number of times I've ordered items from Save It Purse, which come from Amazon. So Save It Purse is an intermediary that allows you to spend your Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash at Amazon, basically. Amazon doesn't get the Bitcoin. It's somebody else who essentially buys the thing that you want as a gift, and then they get your Bitcoin. That's kind of how it works, and it works really well. I've been using it for 3 years. But I can't tell you how many times I've had a Sunday delivery because the people who want that Bitcoin, they want it so bad, they'll pay extra to have your package delivered to you on Sunday so they can get, the Bitcoin sooner.
For me to deliver. And you're paying, you guys are keeping me afloat. You're keeping me alive.
Save It Purse is a great website, and it really does. When I say you can save 20% on everything you order at Amazon, that is not an exaggeration. It's absolutely true, and it is amazing. Go to SaveAtPurse.com, SaveItPurse.com, and now you can use Bitcoin Cash as your deposit type with Save It Purse. I just tried it out, actually, for the first time this weekend. I deposited some Bitcoin Cash into my account there. And SaveItPurse.com. As we continue here, here's a story from GeekWire, and this is actually really in depth. I don't think we're going to get through the whole thing, but this will give you a taste, Conan, of what you need to know about this. So GeekWire.com, they say Amazon's got a new idea for anyone who's ever dreamed of owning and running a small business, but was daunted by the hurdles or didn't know where to start.
When was this published?
This was this last week, I think.
Okay, good. Everyone is
2 days ago.
Yeah,
2 days.
Yeah, so it seems like this got unrolled at least 5 months ago.
Well, so if you go to Amazon's logistics site, which is logistics.amazon.com.
Yeah, I got quotes from some guy who's been doing it forever, but he was probably a flex driver who kind of he was probably the test subject, the guinea pig.
He said he's been doing it 5 months. He's hired more than 40 employees. And so I imagine they gave special opportunities to certain, flex drivers to give them the chance to jump in early on this. But now it's opened up. Now anybody who wants to apply, I guess, can apply. And so they're looking at the details on this business. Intrigued, says here. Well, with any new business, it won't be easy. That's why Amazon promises to help you get started and provide a steady source of revenue once your company's up and running. It's a rare opportunity to hitch your entrepreneurial fortunes to one of the fastest moving companies in the world. But even with Amazon's help, it'll take an immense amount of work and effort to make your new package delivery business even modestly profitable. That's a key takeaway from our analysis of the Amazon Delivery Service Partner Program, says GeekWire.com. The program is a new effort by the tech giant to spark the creation of hundreds of small businesses across the country. Launched with its help, Amazon hopes these businesses will ultimately employ tens of thousands of delivery drivers in Prime-branded blue vans and uniforms. In the weeks following Amazon's June 27th announcement, we've been examining the economics of the program. We've talked with logistics and delivery experts, peppered the company with questions, read the fine print in the application materials, and compared the new program to similar delivery businesses. Our goal was a deeper understanding of Amazon's strategy and the potential risks and rewards for these new delivery business owners. For Amazon, the need to expand its delivery capacity will be illustrated again this week. Prime Day, now in its fourth year, creates another peak shopping season for the company.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have myself a nice weekend. I'm already feeling the pain.
This is where the Prime users get special deals, right? On the site.
The Prime Day is still going. People are buying nonstop. I suspect.
So it's more than 1 day? Prime Day?
It was 36 hours, I believe.
36 hours, okay.
But yeah, so that means by the time I'm working this weekend, that's when probably a lot of the packages are going to be. Actually, they're probably filtering down right now, but I can see it going all the way to Monday, Tuesday, where I'm just going to be overburdened with a lot of electronics.
It says here Prime Day has already surpassed Black Friday and Cyber Monday as Amazon's busiest shopping day, which is amazing. Let's go first to Libertarian Banker. Your thoughts on this or whatever's on your mind are welcome. Hello, Banker.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call here.
Yes, sir. That's what we do.
So Amazon's a very interesting company. I probably about 5-6 years ago, I was selling just sort of like a little side gig, kind of selling some video games and stuff, on Amazon. And it really is an interesting company with the Fulfilled by Amazon service, the Conan. I'm sure you know about that.
Yeah, I don't do Fulfilled by Amazon any longer.
But you did.
I used to.
They were charging too much to store the stuff, right?
Their storage fees they skyrocketed in 1 year.
This is where you can take your product that you want to sell,
ship it to them,
you
to
ship
their
it to their
warehouses.
warehouse,
Yep.
then their robots pick it and pack it and ship it out when people order.
They're robots/peons, yes.
Yeah, so stand by, banker.
Yeah.
I know you have more to say. Hang on. We'll bring you back here for that. Your calls and thoughts here. Welcome. Amazon, are they going to kill the post office by starting their own delivery service? Very well could. It's Free Talk Live.
This is Jessica Armand, founder of My Magic Mud. Our team helped organize a successful effort to remove fluoride from our city's water supply. This is our passion. My Magic Mud Oral Care purifies and brightens your smile naturally. GCN listeners, please support my family business by purchasing our products from your local health food store. We're also available at CVS Pharmacy, or visit us at mymagicmud.com and take 10% off now with coupon code GCN10.
Want revenge on the common housefly? Well, after 10,000 years, someone has finally come up with a better way. The Bug Assault, a miniaturized shotgun, which utilizes ordinary table salt as ammunition. Non-toxic and no batteries required. So much fun, you'll forget you have a wife and kids. $39.95 and free economy shipping. Use discount code GCN and get an extra 10% off your purchase at bugassault.com. Fire your fly swatter. Get your Bug Assault today.
So the protection of life, liberty, and property is what the Free State Project is all about. But it's an effort to move 20,000 people who understand.
It's about demonstrating to the entire country
that, yeah, we can have a free market, a truly free market.
Making it just a freer, great place to live.
It's the world's largest voluntarist libertarian community, and it's only getting bigger.
That's amazing, to be able to move to a place where other people passionately believe in being free and independent.
What the Free State Project is managing to do, though, is to put their money where their mouth is. Physically getting up across the country and saying, let's go someplace and let's demonstrate the power of these ideas. There's a lot of kind of philosophy that surrounds liberty. There's a lot of thinking about it and talking about it. But here in New Hampshire, people are doing it.
101 Reasons Liberty Lives in New Hampshire, a documentary by Free State Project Early Movers. Watch it free at 101reasonsfilm.com. 101reasonsfilm.com.
This Your Family Today tip is brought to you by Juicy Juice, 100% juice, providing a full serving of fruit in every 4 ounces. Visit us at juicyjuice.com. When it comes to nutrition, kids need both fruits and vegetables every day to stay healthy and grow. For the ideal mix, your kid should have at least 1.5 cups of any veggie or 100% veggie juice, and 1 cup of any fruit or 100% fruit juice a day. For more tips like these, visit us at parenthood.com/yourfamilytoday.
Did you know you can watch Free Talk Live during our live show 7 days a week from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern via our studio cams at cam.freetalklive.com? Plus, you can chat with other listeners while you watch, all totally free. Now that our live video stream is hosted by YouTube, our video archives will be online even faster, so be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen, watch, and chat all free at cam.freetalklive.com. That's cam.freetalklive.com.
Negotiation isn't just something union leaders and sports agents do. Your entire day is a series of negotiations. If you have young children, you know that. In fact, your kids can teach you a lot about negotiating with grown-ups. According to the world's greatest negotiator, Herb Cohen, author of You Can Negotiate Anything. Herb says that kids understand the process of decision-making within an organization. When one parent says no, they'll ask the other. And Cohen says children persist and persevere. And like smart negotiators of all ages, kids know that no is an opening bargaining position. With money and attention so scarce now, effective communication skills have never been more important, especially if you're a job seeker. For more tips, hit survivalspeech.com. I'm Holland Cook.
You can put the Liberty Radio Network on the air in your area. Visit broadcast.lrn.fm to learn how. Broadcast.lrn.fm.
Talk Live dial, toll free, bring up what you want here. We're talking about Amazon potentially going to destroy the Postal Service's ability to bring in any kind of revenue. Because if Amazon leaves the Postal Service,
that's it.
What are they going to have left?
That's the death knell.
Because right now, it's the package delivery that is... I mean, obviously, the Postal Service still receives subsidies as far as shoring up its retirement accounts from the federal government. So, I mean, they're still not a profitable agency. They've been hemorrhaging billions of dollars over the last decade or two. I mean, they're in bad shape already. If Amazon pulls out, it's like going to be tearing bandages off, fresh bandages off a man who's suffered multiple gunshot wounds and just letting him bleed out, basically. The Postal Service is already hemorrhaging cash.
And you're going to have an awful lot of retired postal employees that are dependent on that federal retirement program. And guess who's going to bail them out?
The taxpayers.
Oh yeah.
So, unless of course Trump actually follows through with the suggestion that they might privatize the Postal Service. You're
still going to have the problem where you have all of these unfunded liabilities that are already in the works.
Sure.
That because this is the year. This and next year I've been told we're gonna lose about 50% of our employees to retirement. And wow. I talked to the people in the know if we're going to be able to survive, the HRs, and they're like, yep, it's going to be just fine. And I just kind of shook my head, and I'm like, that's an awful lot of people to retire all of a sudden. And we're having a hard time filling the truck. Our biggest problem, truck drivers.
What's the
getting truck drivers who aren't on the drugs when they show up, who actually know how to drive a truck and where the facilities are that they're supposed to go pick up and drop off at.
What's the internet meme with the dog in the cafe that's like burning around him, and he just looks and he says, "It's fine, it's fine."
Or the little kid with the burning building behind her, and she might have been the one who said it.
Let's go to back to the banker here, libertarian banker on the line with us here, calling from somewhere in the United States. You're back on. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah. So, thanks for taking my call. So this is nothing new what Amazon's doing here. I mean, this is the old business model. It's been around for a while. I mean, this is the same business model that FedEx, UPS, and DHL use. They do own a fleet of trucks, but there's a lot of private contractors that work for FedEx, UPS, and they hire their own drivers. Payroll, and they literally are just private contractors.
Are there contractors with UPS? Because I'm pretty sure those guys are all union. I know FedEx uses contractors.
Well, I guess I kind of lumped them all together in that. But
that's one of the big differences between UPS and FedEx is the UPS guys get paid real well. I was actually talking with one of them at a local bar here that actually accepts cryptocurrency here in Keene, and dude was telling me he makes like $36 an hour standard, basically.
If I had stayed with USPS, when I started
UPS.
Yeah, but if I had stayed with USPS when I started working with them 20 years ago, no, sorry, not that long ago, but 15 years ago, I would be making big bank right now. And by the way, I'm a quasi contractor. I mean, that's how they pay us. That's how they treat us. The truck drivers who deliver our mail to our facility, they're all contractors.
You don't qualify for the benefits?
I can join their silly union. I can pay into their union, and I don't know. I don't really know what benefits I can get.
So you're not forced into the union?
I know. There's always we were having a big discussion last week about if I can transfer if I was ever to go full time and take up a regular route, if I can transfer my my part-time hours right now, my rural route, my rural yeah.
So, banker, what else? Go ahead.
So I mean, if for people that don't know, if you look at a FedEx truck, the arrow in the middle of FedEx, like it has like an arrow kind of in it to make the extra. And anyway, that arrow is a different color for private contractors versus trucks that are owned by FedEx.
Oh, really?
What I hear, I don't know that. Yeah, I used to had a customer of mine that was a business client, DHL franchise, and I mean it is a tough business, and you live and die by your drivers. I mean, if you get a driver that doesn't know what they're doing and takes them forever to drive a route, I mean, you lose money if you don't deliver packages. Yep. So it's a tough business model. You got to grind it out.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, the only reason people are making a big deal about this is because Amazon's a tech company. They're not a logistics or a shipping company. So, you know, people make a big deal about this, but this is not a new.
Well, they are a logistics company at this point.
They own their own planes. They're getting into it. I mean, they're making the move.
I mean, the URL here, if you want to go and check this thing out, is logistics.amazon.com. That's where you go and get their pitch.
Yeah, they have made the decision that however they're going to treat their new franchise employees, they want it to happen. They're going to try to make it happen anyways.
Banker, any other thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, one more thing is that, you know, what's terrible about that business model and inherently is all of the risk is transferred to the owner of the franchise,
sure.
or the owner of the, you know, the private contractor, because, you know, Amazon, they're a huge company. They don't want the liability of trucks wrecking and get sued. I mean, it would be absolutely crazy. So by them sort of compartmentalizing
it's a smart move. This is the way to do it.
But, yeah, I mean, but, you know, this is not a business that somebody can get into and, you know, make oodles of money. You got to work your tail off.
Oh, yeah.
Business, so.
Yeah, absolutely. This is hard work moving packages.
That's the old American way.
Yeah.
I don't know how many it's going to be a new job for old people, because I don't know how many of the young snowflakes and millennials are gonna jump on this bandwagon. It's going to be hard for them.
Yeah, and I almost wonder why they're switching from the flex. That almost seems to me a better business model where you could pay employees less than a private contractor, but I guess they did have to see the economics.
They must have run the numbers.
It's a volume thing.
There aren't enough hubs for the flex drivers to go pick up at. So what I think they want is they want to create more regions, at least 100 of them in the U.S., where, you know, the truck drivers, the delivery truck drivers can go to one specialized hub, drop off to one of these franchises, and after that, it's in their hands.
Thanks, Banker, for the call tonight. I appreciate your thoughts on this. For Amazon, according to GeekWire.com, who took a close look at this pitch.
A close look at just a pitch in the last week. Because that's how long they have been really.
It's been 2 weeks.
They've been advertising.
They
this.
made the announcement on June 27th, so it's been just over 2 weeks. So for Amazon, the need to expand its delivery capacity will be illustrated again this week. They then talk about Prime Day surpassing Black Friday, and they say here are the major pros and cons we found in the Amazon Delivery Service Partner Program. Point: the financial barriers to entry in the Amazon program will be significantly lower than for other contract delivery businesses, like, say, FedEx, for instance. That makes it more accessible to a wider range of entrepreneurs. Another point, the profit potential appears lower than for similar delivery businesses, according to logistics industry experts who've analyzed Amazon's initial public projections. Another one, Amazon's help promises to reduce or remove many of the traditional hurdles to starting and operating a small business. Now, that help does come with strings attached, including a requirement that Amazon-branded vans can only be used to deliver Amazon packages.
Yep.
Businesses that participate in the Amazon program will benefit from the company's massive negotiating power with third-party vendors. Limitations on fleet size will likely prevent any one delivery service partner from gaining too much negotiating power against Amazon. These are hands-on businesses, not passive investments, to be operated from across the country. They say Amazon DSP business owners will build and manage a team of 40 to 100 of their own employees with fleets from 20 to 40 vans, delivering packages 7 days a week, 365 days a year, which FedEx doesn't do.
Sundays and holidays. Just mull that over in your mind. I deliver on Sundays and holidays.
If you can't Postal Service makes you deliver on holidays too?
I deliver Amazon
on holidays,
not postal packages and letters, but Amazon, which we get every single day.
Wow,
on Sundays and holidays. So if you can't do that, this is not for you.
Yeah, I think that's great. That's what
I don't have a problem with. I don't like holidays.
Yeah, I want people doing work on holidays and weekends. This whole idea of weekends and taking all this time off is so unproductive.
Yeah, if I don't deliver the holiday mail, it's only sitting there waiting for me the next day after the holiday, and I have
Stacks
2 days
up.
of mail.
Right. There's more on the way here. Your calls and thoughts, welcome. You can join us. Is Amazon going to kill the Postal Service with its new delivery business? It's Free Talk Live.
Imagine this is you. You're working late when you get an alert on your smartphone. Your motion-activated Blink security camera picked up something at home. You pop open the Blink app and see the silhouette of a man peering through your kitchen window. You dial 911 and the police roll. The job of a home security system is to help stop crime, which is why I chose Blink. Get 3 Blink cams for way less than the other guys, plus an extra 15% off. Visit blinkprotect.com/FTL. blinkprotect.com/FTL.
I've said it many times on air, and I'll say it here. The New Hampshire Liberty Alliance is one of the most important organizations for freedom in the world. New Hampshire is ground zero for freedom, and the NHLA is the best organization at promoting effective liberty activism. This ad is sponsored by Free Talk Live, and I, Mark Edge, am a lifetime member because I believe in the NHLA. Please check them out at nhliberty.org. Not everyone can move right now, but you can support the cause. Donate top cryptocurrencies or old-fashioned U.S. dollars, nhliberty.org. Visit their website and see what they're all about, nhliberty.org.
Most of you know that heart disease is the #1 silent killer in the U.S. What if I told you for just $54.95 a month you could fight against heart disease naturally? At Heart and Body Extract, we've been helping thousands of people get back to a healthier heart. Don't just take my word for it. Check out all of the success stories at hbextract.com, or to order, call 866-295-5305. That's 866-295-5305. hbextract.com. Don't risk it when you can take charge of it.
It's a no-brainer. A Big Berkey water filter is the one you need, period. You need a water filter that removes chlorine, fluoride, pharmaceuticals, BPA, and other endocrine disruptors, pesticides, bacteria, viruses, and much more, right? And does it all at only 2 cents per gallon. Get the original, most trusted name in gravity water filtration, Big Berkey. And now GCN listeners receive 5% off ceramic filter systems using code GCN. Call or click 1-877-99-BERKEY or BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY.
Free Talk Live.
You know, you got to give those guys credit, though. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, they've established this for themselves. And who are the Hispanic leaders? Who are the Chinese leaders? It's a brilliant marketing plan on their part to get them radio interviews and all kinds of appearances and sell books for them. But otherwise, that's really all it is for them.
Right, and then when you call them out exactly what you said, if you are a black person, you are supposed to get upset when they tell you to get upset. Me and a lot of other people who are black, we've grown up. I'm 55 going on 56. I don't see color. I see people. I see behavior. I see morals. I see values. I don't see the color of a person's skin. That does not dictate how I should interact with that person. Their behavior, their morals and values dictate how I interact with them.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
Did you know we've taken our LRN.FM telephone listen line to a new level with the LRN.FM audio on demand line? Now you can call 712-770-8447 anytime and listen to LRN.FM's live feed. And you can listen to a bunch of our original shows on demand. Long distance fees may apply. Just dial 712-770-8447 and choose from the menu. 712-770-8447. What do you shop for that you could otherwise buy at Amazon? Pretty much everything, right? Amazon has competitive pricing and they deliver, and that's a big plus. If you could plan ahead in your shopping, would you be interested in saving up to 33%? There's a catch. You have to do your shopping in Bitcoin. But imagine those savings. It's like a huge raise. All you have to do is go to saveitpurse.com. We've saved thousands, and you can too. Plan ahead and save. Saveitpurse.com.
Help get LRN.FM into more ears. Visit promote.lrn.fm for a free bumper sticker, flyers, banners, graphics, and more. Promote.lrn.fm.
It is Free Talk Live, and you can bring up anything that you want. Our toll-free number is 855-450-FREE, like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. We're talking about the behemoth, Amazon.
Taking over the world, man.
Monster company that, you know, love them or hate them. I got to say, I'm not a fan of them cutting Free Talk Live from their affiliates program after a decade of sending them business.
What was it, Demolition Man, when Stallone was in the future and everything was Taco Bell? It's gonna be, they got it wrong. they were close though. It's gonna be Amazon. They're gonna own everything.
Amazon does have a grocery operation too.
They bought Whole Foods.
Well, there's the Whole Foods, but before that or around that same time, they also launched the Amazon stores in certain cities where you walk in and you have like the Amazon app on your phone and you just load your cart up with stuff and walk out. It's all RFID tracked technology, so they know what you've got in the cart and it's just billed to your account. There's no checking out.
But with the exception of Purse, are they taking Bitcoin yet? Or any cryptocurrency?
They're not.
What's up with that, Amazon? Come on, man. Get with the times.
Maybe they're trying to figure out how to launch their own or something like that. I don't know.
You know what? I thought I heard some rumors, at least like a year ago, where they were trying to launch their own.
There's been rumors about Amazon and crypto forever, and none of them have ever come to fruition.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope that they do. I hope that they do embrace crypto at some point. But meanwhile, SaveAtPurse.com will get you 20% off. Oh, something else. I heard that Amazon purchased Blink, and we've been talking about Blink Home Security here on Free Talk Live for, I don't know, close to a year now at this point. BlinkProtect.com/FTL is where you go to get 15% off the already amazingly affordable Blink Home Security system. It's a wireless system. You order this thing. It's delivered to you. You open the box, put the batteries in the cameras, put them up wherever you want them in your house. You plug in the hub and set it all up via your Wi-Fi enabled device. That simple. I mean, it really does not take long at all to get this thing up and rolling. So go to blinkprotect.com/FTL. You'll get your cameras there. And, of course, they've got a variety of options. But you can get 3 Blink cams for way less than the other guys will charge you for similar devices and save 15% by going to blinkprotect.com/FTL, like Free Talk Live. As we continue here with an analysis from the folks over at GeekWire.com regarding this pitch. Amazon wants you to be their delivery partner. They want you to spend, they say, as little as $10,000. Now, is that really, truly the number? We'll get into that coming up here in moments.
I just saw Bezos pointing at you, Ian.
At me?
We want you. We need you.
I'm not in. No. I got my day full. I'm not going to be spending time running a package delivery company. But this might be right for somebody out there. They say here that it's a lower bar of entry to get into this.
But they also said lower pay as well.
However, the profit potential also appears to be lower based on Amazon's initial public projections, which, that seems like a fair trade-off. If it costs less to get into it, then it would make sense that you wouldn't make as much as if you, let's say, got into a FedEx franchise or something like that. So they point out here that you'll be, if you do this, you would have 40 to 100 employees, 20 to 40 vans delivering packages 7 days a week, 365 days a year, serving thousands of customers. The company describes the job in a day-in-the-life of an owner timeline on its delivery service partner application materials. Daily duties will include scheduling drivers, setting up routes, rallying the team with a morning huddle, tracking progress throughout the day.
I hate that.
Aren't those lame?
I hate that nonsense.
Yeah, they're so lame.
Just give me my packages. I'm going to go. I'm going to do my thing. I'm not going to do your stupid dance.
Right. Does it make you feel better? It
makes me feel dumb.
It makes you feel silly. Yeah.
Silly.
But it must work for some people, right? Yeah, that's why they do it.
Well, I mean, look at Japan. I mean, they have their morning exercises. The whole company gets out there to do calisthenics. Yeah, it seems to work for them. But that's Japan. They're different. They like Armageddon and Thunder Dragons.
You'll work with Amazon to troubleshoot problems, to brief your drivers upon their return, and make sure vans are properly fueled and parked at the end of the day. But first comes the nitty-gritty work of building and launching the business. Securing the required licenses, vetting and hiring employees, lining up key business services.
That's the big one.
Setting up a pay structure and benefits, working with legal and corporate advisors, building a, quote, customer-obsessed culture, unquote, and coaching your team to, quote, exceed expectations on every delivery. And as Libertarian Banker was pointing out, this is smart for Amazon to do this way, because that way they don't have to do all that crap.
Yep.
And they'll just leave it to the individuals who are running these operations.
If it works. Now, I've talked to a lot of so I've brought this up. I've had
How could this not work?
I've had 2 weeks to talk to my coworkers. All of them are oldsters. They've been in the post office forever.
Right.
And they are all like, they're not concerned. They're not worried at all. They're like, this isn't going to work. It's going to fall flat on its face. It's going to fall flat. Well,
it's Amazon.
Well,
if all their packages go through this delivery service.
Yeah, guess who is late almost at least once a week?
Amazon?
The Amazon truck.
Really?
Because it's always some Nimrod who is on drugs, who's drunk, who decided he'd go drink instead of driving. There's always some reason. There's always something.
It's hard to find good help, isn't
it? Just last Sunday, our mail was 3 hours late. I went in 3 hours late. I was ready to go. I woke up early, ready to go, and they're like, text, don't come in yet. This guy's not here. And the guy just didn't know where he was.
Wow.
He was lost because they're always hiring these new guys. And this is the one thing I'd be fearful of if I was to get into this. I would be fearful of having to deal with these nimrods that...
Well, presumably, if you're running this delivery service thing, you would be that partner. You would be the one going to the Amazon facility to load up the trucks.
I would hope that they would be bringing it to me, to my facility. And I would be my hub, and I would be distributing it amongst my drivers.
The company says...
Because the closest place I know is Nashville. I would not want to be driving to Nashville every single day
to load up.
To pick up an entire truckload just to service this district.
I don't know. That's a good question. And then they go on to talk about this military thing where they're going to give $1 million to reimburse the startup costs for qualified veterans. The company claims in its application materials, quote, serving thousands of customers daily isn't easy, but the smiles are incredibly rewarding, they claim. And there will be little time to waste after launching. Quote, successful owners add 5 additional routes in their 5th, 9th, and 11th week, bringing their business to 20 or more routes after 3 months. It may sound exhausting, but look at the upsides. Amazon has negotiated a special deal on van leases, data plans, mobile devices, insurance, HR, legal and accounting services, vehicle maintenance, other programs for new delivery business owners. So there's going to be some level of plug and play going on here.
If you like leasing, and that'd be one thing that I would not get involved in. I don't see that as beneficial to the company's long-term stability.
The company will provide...
But only because I would want to be working on my own vans.
Yeah.
Now, if you can't do that, then, I guess leasing's the way to go.
The company will provide technology, tools, and a comprehensive playbook to run a delivery business, a 3-week training program for new owners, driver assistance on the road, ongoing support from an account manager, and the ability to benefit from its decades of experience in putting brown boxes on doorsteps. The delivery service partners will also get the benefit of operating out of an Amazon delivery station, reducing or eliminating the need to operate their own facilities. So what is an Amazon delivery station?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either. I wonder if they already exist.
I mean, I don't know why you would. Maybe it's so the factories send all of their merch to like a satellite hub where, and then all the factories do it, and when the truckload gets big enough, then they go and make the delivery. I haven't a clue.
They say here it's the business equivalent of a meal kit, providing not just the recipe but also the ingredients to cook up a new company, plus a customer service line to call when you get stuck on the first course. All of the deals and assistance will reduce the cost of launching the business to as little as $10,000, says Amazon. But perhaps most importantly, Amazon will remove one of the biggest hurdles facing any new business, revenue. The company promises its delivery partners a fixed monthly payment based on the number of vehicles they operate with Amazon, a separate rate based on the length of their routes, and a per-package rate based on the number of packages they deliver successfully. So yeah, I mean, that's a good point here, is that even if the numbers look lower than other similar delivery franchise opportunities,
right,
you're not building from the ground up here. You are plugging into an already existing stream of packages that are flying out the door and need somewhere to go.
You have a guaranteed truck coming to you. It's not like it's going to start with 3 packages and then maybe next week you'll have 100 packages.
Right.
No, you're going to, and take it from me, the volume exists. It's there.
Now, the only way this can fail, of course, is, well, you could fail. You could just be a terrible owner, manager, and you could just suck at it. Or Amazon dies, right? Like Amazon may not last forever.
Here's one problem. This is from the naysayers at the post office. This is what they say. This is going to ruin Amazon's. It's going to ruin their business model. You're going to have the Nimrods that I was talking about doing poor service, deciding that they're just tired for the day and they throw 10 packages in the trash or decide to keep them or whatever, and now you've got this loss. Now you got irate customers out there having to deal with this, and it might not be. I mean,
there's going to be issues with employees and angry customers. I mean, that's a guarantee. You just got to be able to do the customer service to make people happy in those cases. Let's continue here. If you want, you can comment. The toll-free number is 855-450-FREE like freedom, and bring up whatever's on your mind. This is Free Talk Live. Hour number 3 coming up. Plus, gang raping in video games on the way.
Oh, no.
Heart-related health problems affect millions of people each year. Maybe you're one of the many who suffer from issues related to angina pain, high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, unbalanced cholesterol, irregular heartbeat, or clogged arteries. There is a solution that doesn't involve expensive prescription drugs that only mask the problem and leave you with horrible side effects. If you are ready to live your life free of sickness, pain, and fear, live your life with increased vitality, energy, and youthfulness, and experience your body healing itself, then you're ready for Heart and Body Extract from Healthy Hearts Club. Here is what one satisfied customer had to say about Heart and Body Extract regarding his angina pain.
I haven't had an angina pain since I've been on it. The Heart Body Extract is just so great. I thank God that I was led to this product that's doing so much for me and that can do so much for other people.
Call to order your 2-month supply of Heart and Body Extract today. Call 1-866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.
Looking for a great real estate investment? Consider New Hampshire, which is ground zero for the Liberty Movement. Your first call should be to Mark Worden from Porcupine Real Estate. He's more than just a real estate agent. He's your New Hampshire concierge. Where are the best places to live? Do you want farm, city, the burbs, or forest? Do you want a duplex or multifamily building so that renters pay your mortgage? There are homes in all price ranges in New Hampshire, and Mark can help with financing too. Invest in Liberty and property. Mark Worden can help.
PorcupineRealEstate.com.
If you want to know the latest about Free Talk Live before we go on the air, all you need to decide is how you want it delivered. It's your choice. Visit news.freetalklive.com. You can get emailed announcements and participate in contests via our email updates list. Plus, we have a Twitter account that you can follow and a Facebook page where you can become a fan. So visit news.freetalklive.com to get news about Free Talk Live as soon as it's announced and the way you want it delivered at news.freetalklive.com. That's news.freetalklive.com.
You're listening to the live edition of Free Talk Live. Hour number 3 is next after the news here on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, July 17th, 2018. Silver is trading at $15.73 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,240 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $22, and the average price of Bitcoin is $6,697. Antiwar.com reports negotiations between President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin concluded with a joint press conference. The comments by the two revealed, as expected, no major deals were reached, but that some fairly vague plans for improved cooperation were agreed upon. There were disagreements, with Putin faulting Trump for the withdrawal from the P5+1 nuclear deal with Iran and urging Trump to be more decisive in pushing Ukraine towards peace talks with its eastern rebels. Trump brought up the issue of election interference and accepted Putin's denial. He praised Putin as a strong leader and competitor. He also defended his decision to attend the summit despite calls by U.S. lawmakers to cancel it. The conference ended with increasingly confrontational media questions about election meddling, with Trump reiterating that while he has faith in the FBI for investigations, he sees no reason not to believe Putin's denial. With so much bipartisan congressional opposition to even attending the summit, unsurprisingly, the summit's end was met with furious condemnation from both sides of the aisle. Senator John McCain called the talks one of the most disgraceful performances by an American president in memory. Representative Nancy Pelosi went even further, not only faulting Trump for his weakness at the summit, but declaring that the weakness to be proof that Russia has something on him and is threatening to release it. In 2115 New England, there are no borders, no states, and no regulations, yet never has a more peaceful and prosperous place existed. But Mr. Drake Security Company has seen better days. Faced with the prospect of waning power, Mr. Drake intends to replace the anarchy of New England with a government. But at what cost? Will anybody care? And can anyone stop him? Anarchy in New England by Joe Jarvis is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. UPI reports a federal judge on Monday ordered the U.S. government to temporarily halt deportations of migrant families in order to review whether parents need more time to consider whether they want to leave the United States with or without their children. Judge Dana Sabraw issued the order during a status conference. The American Civil Liberties Union, which represents some migrant parents separated from their children, requested that Immigrations and Customs Enforcement delay deportations until at least 1 week after U.S. officials reunite the families. The ACLU said there were persistent and increasing rumors that mass deportations may be carried out imminently and immediately upon reunification. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is in the process of reuniting more than 2,500 children between the ages of 5 and 17 who were separated from their parents after crossing the border. Many of the separations came as a result of the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy to prosecute everyone who crosses the border in violation of immigration laws, which went into effect in April. Sabraw ordered the Department of Homeland Security to reunite the separated families in 2 stages, children under 5 by July 10th and the older children by July 26th. Last week, U.S. officials reunited more than half of the 103 youngest children, but missed the Tuesday deadline for some who were eligible. The judge on Monday said he would give lawmakers a week to litigate the merits of a permanent 1-week delay between reunification and possible deportation. Whether you're looking for precious metals or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates, like Namecheap and Amazon, at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com. Reuters reports a blob of hot volcanic lava struck an ocean tour boat just off the Big Island of Hawaii on Monday, injuring nearly 24 people in the worst casualty incident to date from the ongoing eruption of the Kilauea volcano. A huge steam-driven explosion caused by molten rock mixing with seawater as it poured from the shoreline sent a lava bomb crashing through the roof of the boat and into the vessel's seating area, according to authorities. Hawaii County Fire Department Battalion Chief Darwin Okinaka said the boat returned to port in Hilo on its own power less than an hour later, and 3 of the injured, including a woman in her 20s whose legs were broken, were taken to a local hospital by ambulance. 9 or 10 with less severe injuries were driven to the hospital by private vehicle, and 10 more people were treated by paramedics at the port. A civil defense spokeswoman, Kelly Wooten, put the total number of injuries at 23. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.
Republicans back a plan for universal lawn care, and an RC car works up the courage to approach a group of girls. And now a recap of the week's news for those who like to waste their summers surfing the internet. Fall, the long-running series of shorter days and cooler nights, was canceled this week after nearly 3 billion seasons on Earth. The classic period of the year, which once occupied the coveted slot between summer and winter, will be replaced by new stifling humidity levels and near-constant sunshine. A shiny, bobbing object in the water is generating fascination among members of the fish community, who have described it as pleasingly wiggly and minnow-esque. Aquatic experts say that decisive action must be taken against the object very soon. In local news, just when 27-year-old Andrew Sheets didn't think his vacation could get any better, a rerun of Spin City came on. And in other headlines, a bee stuck between the screen and front door is going nuts. And a water skier lets go of the crossbar to greet those not currently water skiing.
This is the Onion News Network.
Free Talk Live.
It's Free Talk Live. Dial on in, toll free, take control of the airwaves here as we launch into the third hour of the show. You can dial in at toll free number 855-450, free like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. With you in the studio here tonight, it's Ian.
And Conan.
Yeah, I want to be clear. I don't own any stock in Amazon. I don't owe them anything.
Yeah, I totally forgot to make that disclaimer because we've been going off on them like, well, almost a whole hour.
Well, I mean, we've been looking at this proposal, this pitch for Amazon delivery service partners, and looking at it from this sort of the perspective of, could this kill the Postal Service? Because Amazon is basically the Postal Service's #1 client. Wouldn't you say that's true at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they
Absolutely.
are sending a load of packages constantly through the Postal Service. And if they do their own delivery service, if Amazon cuts out 90%, I mean, I don't know what this would cut out, right? Because obviously there's only so many of these franchises available, and maybe they won't cover the most rural. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to cover 100% of the United States. But it's going to be a huge chunk, a huge hit to the revenues in the Postal Service, which I wouldn't be sad to see take that hit and have, private companies absorb that
unless they
profit.
have tested the waters and they see what's coming with these retirements of all these employees, and they know that something dire is going to happen in the next year or two, where there's not going to be the employees to deliver their packages, except in the remote rural regions like here where we're at.
You think Amazon knows that?
I think they might.
The Postal Service is going to dry up.
I think they might sense it.
So this is a big story, right? Like, this isn't just your average business opportunity, right? There's 1,000 business opportunities right there, right now. At your fingertips. There's a zillion websites that want you to work for them, and work from home, set your own hours. There's a zillion of these things, but this is different. This is pretty special because
this has become a part of our society.
Amazon's huge. So, like I said, I don't own stock in Amazon. I like a lot of what they do. I like the fact that Amazon has made it easy for people to sell things on the internet.
Yep.
And they've made it easy to buy things on the internet, all kinds of things, including now even like grocery items. So, there's a lot I like about what Amazon's done. I think that some of their business practices leave a lot to be desired. Obviously, we're still a little butthurt over them cutting us off after more than a decade of sending them business to their Amazon, the program that we were part of, the affiliates or associates program. Although, to be fair, they have not cut us from the Great Britain and Canadian versions of those affiliates programs. But we never talk about it, and we hardly ever got anybody buying through those, so we really don't really get anything from those. But Mark's theory was they cut us because we were actually sending them a good amount of business, and they figured they'd make more money if they just got rid of the account. They figured everybody'd keep ordering from them anyway, which they probably would, right? Like, we didn't say you need to boycott Amazon, and we wouldn't say that because you should get things where you should get them for the cheapest, right? And that's probably still Amazon.
That's my business model.
Right. So, we didn't attack Amazon or anything. It was just like, oh, that's what happened. We're done.
And you know what? One day, they're going to fail.
But now they're advertising with us with the Blink Home Security system.
They're trying. Well, there you go. But when they're going to fail, as in all things come to an end.
Oh, of course. Woolworths used to be the number one retailer, right? A long time ago, and probably half of our audience, under the age of 50 or 45 or 40 or whatever, probably doesn't even know that name.
Yeah, but right now they are the established business model that works. And having a store on Main Street in Keene doesn't necessarily work any longer.
No, it really doesn't.
If you want to sell your product, you have to get yourself out there and sell to the entire world. Well, at least the entire country, like I do.
It's a global marketplace, for sure.
And it makes sense. And one day it'll be a different business model, or we might all be living in caves again.
So
in 40 years.
I think it's interesting to look at this pitch here, where Amazon is saying that you could get into this. Essentially a franchise operation for delivery.
It's not a franchise in it that you are not an Amazon employee. So you don't actually use their...
you're using their logo. You're using...
Yeah, but you don't have to use their trucks. You don't have to use their uniforms. You don't have to use their scanners. So in that way, you would be a completely independent private contractor. So I guess it's kind of quasi-franchise, and then it's different levels of how deep you take it. To what extent you work for them.
According to the story here at GeekWire, where they've done a fairly in-depth analysis of this business opportunity, it says here the total revenue potential will be $1 million to $4.5 million once a company reaches critical mass. One early delivery service business owner who took part in an Amazon pilot program says the impact of that revenue has been meaningful. Now, this is an interesting name here. He's an immigrant from Nigeria. Olaoluwa Abimbola, an immigrant from Nigeria.
Some guy from Nigeria. Yeah. Stop butchering his name and
we'll call him OB. From Nigeria, who previously drove in the Amazon Flex delivery program for individual contractors, has hired 40 people in the first 5 months at his package delivery company in Aurora, Colorado. OB said at the Amazon unveiling, he says, we don't have to make sales pitches for loads every day or go to a job board and start nitpicking on what to do. He says there's constant work every day. All we have to do is show up. There's always work to do. Great steady income. He says it's been fantastic. According to GeekWire, the bottom line is once established, a delivery business could realize annual profits of $75,000 to $300,000 if it's successful. And if Amazon's projections are accurate.
Yeah, keyword successful.
Those financial estimates are where some delivery and logistics veterans are focusing their attention. An Austin-based former FedEx route manager, Tony DiNetto, said, I think there's a massive opportunity here, but only for the right person. So he's a former route manager who brokers the purchase and sale of delivery routes and has analyzed the Amazon program on his Route Tycoon delivery business consulting site. DeNitto acknowledges that he's biased toward the value of FedEx.
Is that the name of his company, or
Yes.
is that like an app that he runs? Because that's great.
It's his consulting site.
Route Tycoon.
Route Tycoon.
Love that. It's like you enter all your addresses in at the beginning of the morning, and it just routes. By the way, these apps do exist, but that would probably be one of them.
This is a business consulting site.
Where you enter all your routes in.
It's not the same.
You hit OK, and it will route the best.
That's not what he's doing.
Okay, yeah, well. Okay.
He's a consultant. DeNitto acknowledges that he's biased towards FedEx Ground's contract business over other delivery operations because, again, he's formerly with FedEx. However, the comparison to FedEx Ground does provide important context for Amazon's new initiative. The, quote, massive opportunity, unquote, comes from the low startup expenses, a fraction of the cost of, say, acquiring an established FedEx Ground route. DeNitto, who closely tracks data on FedEx contract business sales, estimates the average FedEx contractor controls between 5 to 15 routes on a daily basis.
Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. They're going to, most likely, just like the FedEx routes, these routes are going to be sold off, and they're going to be in high demand. So you're going to have monopoly, basically, and you're going to have to keep it.
Right. You've got to
against the competition. So, I mean, this could be... we could have like turf wars, like Amazon turf wars, where we're doing battle with other couriers.
Amazon claims that after 11 weeks, you could have 20 or more routes. So this claims the FedEx contractors have between 5 to 15 on a daily basis. Acquisition costs average between $700,000 and $950,000 to buy a business consisting of multiple FedEx Ground routes. So that's a huge difference, right? Like if you want to get into a delivery business, FedEx, you're going to be laying out more than $750,000 to do that, whereas Amazon's claiming it could be as little as $10,000. However, the ultimate earnings potential doesn't look nearly as strong. DeNitto points to Amazon's best case scenario of $300,000 in profits on 40 routes, full capacity under the initial structure of their delivery service partner program. That's $7,500 in annual profits per route. In contrast, he said many contractors operating independent FedEx Ground delivery business can make $25,000 to $30,000 in annual profits per route, more than 3 times as much. In other words, by those numbers, Amazon is following its tradition of asking its partners to be comfortable with lower profit margins to take part in its meteoric growth. We relayed this profit comparison to Amazon, but the company declined to speculate on the profit potential of an Amazon delivery business as compared to the FedEx program. To be sure, the definition of route may vary depending on the situation, and it's tricky to make an apples-to-apples comparison between an established program and one just getting off the
Using
ground.
a lot of food metaphors in this article.
The toll-free number here tonight, 855-450-FREE. We'll go to your calls coming up here. You can share your thoughts with whatever's on your mind here. And then we'll talk about video games coming up here on Free Talk Live, and controversy, of course.
From the 6th letter of Captain Mark. A pirate's life is characterized by voluntary interactions. Unfortunately, the Crown presses everyone into involuntary servitude. Landlubbers believe slavery was abolished years ago, but the Crown still claims to own us when it crimps us into service against our will. Given sufficient ambition, it would gladly draft thousands of hapless victims to kill or be killed. It's simply slavery by another name. Landlubbers are routinely commanded to serve the so-called justice system in jury duty. But before you swell with civic pride, consider that how you feel is irrelevant to the Crown. You will appear as ordered or face punitive measures. The Crown insists that you participate in your own oppression. A jury summons provides pirates with a unique opportunity to obstruct injustices. A juror can vote not guilty, even if it's proven the law was violated. A juror can acquit for any reason at all, and not even a judge can reverse that verdict. Receiving a jury summons is basically winning the sedition lottery. But if you reveal that you know this during jury selection, you'll probably be dismissed. If the Crown foolishly crimps a pirate into jury duty, it behooves the pirate to conceal their intention to nullify unjust laws. If a master takes 100% of your labor, it's called slavery. But if they only take 50%, they call it taxation, a difference of degree, not of kind. Whether the Crown claims a fortune or a cent is irrelevant. Most of all, a slave owner desires contented slaves, meaning thoughtless ones that accept their bondage. These house slaves see no contradiction in being drafted in a war to end slavery, or summoned to a jury to prosecute tax evasion. An ideal slave knows no higher call than the master's will. The Crown's highest ambition is that its slaves revere the authority that subjugates them. But the Crown does not own me. I will not surrender my time and treasure to the Crown's ambitions. Join the conversation at pirateswithoutborders.com.
Is spreading the message of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace around the globe worth $2 per month to you? As you may already know, in addition to our internet feed, LRN.FM broadcasts on free-to-air satellite across North and Central America, as well as Sub-Saharan Africa. And we've been available on satellite for free 24/7 since 2010. The LRN.FM free-to-air satellite signal is reaching some of the most oppressive regimes in the world, and there's no doubt our ideas are making an impact. You can learn more about the channel's impact by watching the 3-minute video at fund.lrn.fm. If you'd like to help free minds globally with our ideas of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace, you can donate as little as $2 per month via fund.lrn.fm. You can help us continue and expand our satellite broadcast to multiple continents. Visit fund.lrn.fm today, and thank you for your help. Don't forget to share the link on social media. That's fund.lrn.fm. Some of you asked, and now we've delivered. LRN.FM's live Keene, New Hampshire studio shows are now streamed in HD on Twitch. Visit our channel at twitch.lrn.fm and give it a follow. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription on Twitch. If you use it on our channel, Twitch will give LRN.FM a monthly piece of your Prime subscription cost. So please watch, follow, share, and subscribe to twitch.lrn.fm. That's twitch.lrn.fm.
Are you tired of governments murdering people around the world? Stop using their money. There is an alternative. Bitcoin is a stateless, free market, non-political currency. Bitcoin cannot be inflated or controlled by any government. By using their money, you are helping the state. Stop doing it. You have an incredible alternative available now. Learn it, use it, spread it. Get started with Bitcoin at bitcoin.com. That's bitcoin.com.
Some of our live shows are streamed in HD on Twitch. Please follow and share at twitch.lrn.fm. That's twitch.lrn.fm.
This is Free Talk Live. You can bring up anything that you want. Our toll-free number here, 855-450, free like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. And the Skype username here is LRN.FM. I'm not going to share the full story from GeekWire because it's really, in-depth on this Amazon Delivery Partners program. There's still a few points worth drawing out here because we did speculate a little bit about how far reaching will this program be, where Amazon's basically giving people the opportunity to create their own franchise delivery opportunities where they'll drive around Amazon Prime branded vans wearing Amazon logoed clothing, and we were speculating that this might kill the Postal Service. Does look like initially they're going to be in specific populated areas, right? So
just like the flex drivers.
I'm looking at a map here where it shows, are there opportunities near me? And then they show you, of course, there's a bunch of them in California. There's a bunch of them on the East Coast. Florida is loaded up. Only a portion of Texas, Illinois, and sort of the Great Lakes region. But there's nothing in Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Nebraska, Idaho. So there's several states, New Mexico even, nothing there. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. These are states with nothing. Iowa, nothing at all for these Amazon Delivery Partners things. So that's still going to be a lot of packages going to a lot of places that'll be delivered by FedEx and the Postal Service and all that. But regardless, it is interesting to look at this. Let's go to your calls and thoughts. You can bring up whatever you want, although I do want to let you know about the Tom Woods podcast. A lot of libertarians got to know Tom Woods during the Ron Paul campaigns of 2008 and 2012.
Yeah, Ron Paul's still alive, by the way.
It's amazing. He's doing great work still. Tom is a New York Times best-selling author and has written over a dozen books, including The Politically Incorrect Guide to American History. Speaking of Ron Paul, he's one of the guests that has appeared on the Tom Woods Show. Yeah, also Judge Andrew Napolitano, David Stockman, and hundreds more. They've covered topics like war, the Federal Reserve, net neutrality, the FDA, Austrian economics, and other subjects of interest to libertarians. In fact, Tom has been doing his Tom Woods Show every single weekday since September of 2013, which means he's logged in almost 1,200 episodes so far. You can find the Tom Woods Show online at tomwoods.com or search for Tom Woods Show in your favorite podcatcher. As we continue, Mortified Penguin is on the line on Skype. Hello, Penguin.
Hey, Ian Conan. I really wanted to comment after listening in the first hour. I'm going to be honest with you. I was kind of taken aback with some of the talk about Trump and Russia.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, you were asking because you don't really follow the story, and I'm kind of, I've just been hearing about it so much. I've kind of gotten a lot of the details. So there's no reason to minimize what Russia did and their negative intent. Whatever your opinions are on like the institutions and on Democrats and Hillary.
Allegedly. What did they allegedly do?
Well, there's two different concepts. First, you have to realize there's the collusion, which is the investigation happening over here involving colluding. There's no hard evidence.
How long have they been investigating that? A year and a half now?
Yeah, and I don't know about that much because there's not apparently any hard evidence.
But before you go on, when you say collusion, you mean somebody in the Russian government got together with somebody in the Trump campaign and said, "We want to help you, and here's how we can help."
That's one of the options.
That's the collusion.
Yeah, basically somebody on this side and on the of the water and somebody over there, we're basically the idea of colluding, and that's a lot more tenuous. There's no evidence of there's no hard evidence of any meaningful, substantive collusion that worked out. I mean, there were contacts and this and that, but separate from that, there's just actions coming from Russians and Russia that did apparently happen. I mean, of course, you question everything, you trust but verify. But as far as we know, there's two types of interference that were apparently done. So Russian military intelligence, GRU, we know, has run for decades, elite top-level hackers. I mean, you can remember in like '96 or whatever, GoldenEye, they had the hackers in the Russian their military intelligence, hacking the Pentagon and all that. And they've been doing that every day, every year for decades. And
what are the allegations in this particular case that were, how are these hackers helping the Donald Trump campaign, or like what were they supposedly doing?
Supposedly, there's the one thing where they apparently the new claim is, I don't know about this, but it's very specific. But when Trump said, "Go and find those emails, Russia," apparently they hacked Hillary Clinton's server the same day. Now, I don't know how that timeline works, but they hacked both parties, and they just collected information to use at a later date, at their will, at their whim.
How do you know they did? How do you know they did that?
Well, that's apparently the report from the intelligence agency.
What makes you believe that that's true?
What makes you believe anything's true? That's right.
I don't believe it. When the government says something, I don't believe it. I mean, when the government,
they're working for their best interest.
Right. When the government says, "Oh, we found evidence of Russian hacking," well, there's no way to prove that claim. I mean, and there's no reason why they couldn't have planted that evidence in the first place. Same thing with the Ross Ulbricht trial.
Well, the documents they released are the evidence of some of it. Of course, all the documents they didn't release.
The documents who released?
They were released to WikiLeaks, I should say.
Where's the evidence that came from the Russians?
I'm just saying that's what the allegations are.
I understand there are allegations.
Okay, I am leaning on Occam's razor on this one, and it's the easiest option came from within. It came from an internal DNC. It came from a Democrat employee who was a little frustrated with the situation.
Who wanted to sink Hillary, right?
Who was a Bernie boy.
Yeah.
And he didn't like who was being promoted, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to help Bernie out.
Yeah.
And then what did it get him? Got him shot twice in the back.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know about any specific instance of that, but I do know that apparently the Russian military intelligence did try to hack the voting system. And interestingly enough, the reason they weren't successful is because the American voting system is apparently extremely resilient because there is no centralized voting system. Each individual county and locale, manages their own voter rolls.
So how do you know they tried to hack the voting system?
Well, that's what the allegations are from the.
Those are just allegations.
Once again, our security system that is set up to protect us, only really promoting its own health, saying all these things. And by the way, every single thing that has been hacked or any glitch that has happened in the past, forever, it's always been, oh, those pesky Russians have hacked us again, or those pesky North Koreans have hacked us again, and it was really some malware on some dude's laptop it's so much nonsense that what can you believe? What can you believe?
I'm not being persuaded. I mean, you're basically, you've trotted out these claims as though they were true, but when we've put the screws to you, you've been like, oh, well, those are just the allegations. Oh, well, that's what the intelligence
and that's
community
all
says.
I was saying. They're all allegations, and they've had a year and a half to mull this over, and guess what? They still haven't brought any hard evidence to the table that says this is actually what happened.
Right. Let's continue here. If you want more to Fight Penguin, if you got more to say, hang on. We'll let you continue because, you said you were upset at us for the initial conversation we had about this, and I don't see any real proof here at all. I see some bureaucrats making claims, but why would anybody who's paid attention to politicians and bureaucrats believe these people? It's Free Talk Live.
Want revenge on the common housefly? Well, after 10,000 years, someone has finally come up with a better way. The Bug Assault, a miniaturized shotgun, which utilizes ordinary table salt as ammunition. Non-toxic and no batteries required. So much fun, you'll forget you have a wife and kids. $39.95 and free economy shipping. Use discount code GCN and get an extra 10% off your purchase at bugassault.com. Fire your fly swatter. Get your Bug Assault today.
This is Jessica Armand, creator of the fluoride-free oral care brand, My Magic Mud. You're going to love our new products. Our cutting-edge oral rinses deeply soothe your mouth and fight cavities naturally. Our breath spray, My Magic Mist, will invigorate your senses with essential oils of peppermint and eucalyptus. Our clinically proven toothpaste and tooth powders whiten your teeth and detoxify your mouth. Buy discounted bundles direct at mymagicmud.com and take 10% off with coupon code GCN10. mymagicmud.com.
I've been told no in many different ways.
I give you an order and you're going to obey it.
Who told you can go this way? You can't do that and you have to leave here.
You cannot bring signs into the rally.
Walk with me. Well, I'm comfortable here, actually. Whoa. Hey. Who do you think you are? Excuse me.
There is no video and audio allowed in this office.
No, I have work today.
You ain't going to make it.
Wait a minute.
Really forget it.
Hey! Oh my God! Unbelievable!
Why are you running from me?
Because you're scared me.
Property.
What am I being detained for?
You're being served.
What is this?
You're being served.
What is this? Bureaucrats have a funny way of telling people no.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
Derek J's Victimless Crime Spree. Watch it for free and order the Director's Cut DVD at victimlesscrimespree.com.
In Survivor Max 2, School Bites, Max must scavenge through a wasteland swarming with the undead. Desperate to find the medicine he needs, he discovers a community of survivors at his former school. Has he finally found the safe haven he's been looking for, or will he discover that school bites? Look for Survivor Max on Facebook, read reviews on Amazon, and read Chapter 1 at SurvivorMax.com.
Here's a chance to do a little activism while you're cruising Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Between the LOL cats, the recipes, the hot girls, and the inspirational sunrise memes, Free Talk Live's post pass by your newsfeed. Like them, comment, it gives us more exposure. If you don't see our posts, click like at facebook.freetalklive.com and then hover over it to click Get Notifications. It's an easy way to spread the ideas of liberty a bit further. I know you're busy, but you can spare that 1/10 of a calorie it takes to click on something. Facebook.freetalklive.com.
Free Press Publications is an independent, alternative media and publishing company founded in June 2009 with the mission of ensuring a free press for the freedom movement and is committed to spreading the message of peace, freedom, love, and liberty. FPP also gives new authors an avenue for publishing freedom-oriented material. FPP brings you daily news and commentary on the website fpp.cc, as well as a daily 5-minute newscast, FPP Radio News, and weekly news, views, and commentary in the FPP Freedom Minute and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio at fppradio.com, and the monthly newspaper FPP News at news.fpp.cc. Find FPP online at fpp.cc. That's fpp.cc, as in Creative Commons.
Love what we do? Please help support our international satellite channels at patreon.lrn.fm. That's patreon.lrn.fm.
This is Free Talk Live, and you can bring up whatever you want here. The toll-free number is 855-450-FREE, like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. Joining you in the studio tonight, by the way, it's Ian.
And Conan.
And don't forget about CryptoTip.org. Right now, you can go and print out as many tips as you want. These are
just the tip.
Business card-sized, printable cryptocurrency tips. You choose the amount on the tip and the number of them you want to print. So I did 6 the other day. And you get email notifications when your tips are actually redeemed. So if somebody wants to, if somebody you tipped actually claims the crypto on the tip, you'll find out about it. If they don't claim the crypto, you don't have to worry. You get the crypto back because these things have an expiration date. You also get to choose when they expire. It's a pretty slick little device, and it's a great little outreach tool. It works very well. Go to CryptoTip.org. It's right now Dash only while it's in beta, and we may be adding more cryptos to it later on. CryptoTip.org. Try it out. It works great, and there's no additional cost unless you want to donate to the site's administrator, which is the programmer Michael Hampton, who does awesome work. So CryptoTip.org. As we continue here, Mortified Penguin on the line in Virginia, calling with allegations, unproven allegations, but allegations that the Russian government had so-called meddled in the election. You mentioned possible hacking of Hillary Clinton's servers, potential hack of which failed on various different election systems because there is no one election system. So you've sort of speculated on some things here, but there doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of evidence.
Well, yes, and to be honest with you, all my life since I was a young child, I've always heard that the Russians hack, and that's just something they do, and I assume that it happened. It's not, I don't have any direct evidence of that.
Never assume. I mean, there's, you know what happens when you assume.
Well, I mean, but Occam's razor says that if we have the power, then obviously the United States does it to other countries, and any country with the capabilities are constantly attacking each other's and probing each other's networks. We have.
Yeah, just to be clear, we're not. It's these agencies that just have too much power at their disposal who...
Excuse me, yeah, I misspoke.
Yeah, who are not working on our behalf. They are working to better their own personal health.
Right. I mean, if the U.S. government's elections are so easily manipulated, then why should anybody trust them at all? Why? I just don't understand why this is even an issue. If the Russian government actually did hack Hillary's email server, so what's that have to do with anything? Really? I mean, if they revealed some truth to people, am I supposed to get mad about that? I think we ought to thank them.
And that is the most ironic part about this entire story, is that the leaks were actually pinpointing the actual problem within our own country. It was pinpointing the real criminals. Yeah. So I mean, I'm actually thankful
whoever it was
if they actually did it. Yeah, but I think the guy is dead, and so we really can't thank him.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Unless if it was that guy, and then again, that's only part of it. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I'm familiar with that whole idea, and you brought it up. I haven't heard that in a while, actually. And believe me, I'm not one to discount that kind of thing. But then the other category of interference was honestly something that I'm more concerned with, because it's a lot more difficult. It's not newer, and that is all the bots and accounts on social media and the whole fake news, all that mess. That's real. I mean, it just shows that people were spending millions of dollars and all those man hours and all that programming time to do that. Like,
is the claim
I get
that the Russian government had a bunch of bots on social media?
Sharing stories and spreading stories, retweeting and liking them.
Yeah, spreading a lot of memes.
So
a lot of anti-Hillary memes.
So this is more speculation, no evidence.
No, I think this has been tracked by non-governmental sources.
I think
this is not really something.
Yeah, I think they were able to track money coming from Russia in the form of Bitcoin and stuff. But I mean, that is easily enough to manipulate to set up, money deliveries from
money coming from Russia going where? Where was it going to?
I'm assuming to Facebook to pay for ads.
Facebook doesn't take Bitcoin. So
they have tracked.
Consider me unconcerned. If Russia wants to go set up a bunch of, or anybody wants to go set up a bunch of bots on the internet, who cares? It's just people posting things on the internet. The idea that that's somehow meddling with it. Our elections have been meddled with because somebody put a website online.
Well, now, Ian, if you had put together those memes, those pictures with words on them, saying how much you didn't like Hillary, it would have been all right because you're an American citizen. Actually,
it's ridiculous.
You might not be able to get away with it, but one of our neighbors probably could get away with it. But this is done by Russia.
Everybody should be free to have an opinion,
and they hate democracy
and express an opinion on the internet.
But Ian would at least tell the truth. Ian would at least post something with some truth and some meaning, instead of potentially false rumors. But I'm not really saying.
But I'm thinking because they're claiming that Putin wants to destroy our democracy. He wants to actually tear down our way of government, and so does Ian.
Yeah, I would love to see.
So I mean,
that's why I like RT. Hey, thanks for the call tonight, Mortified Penguin. I appreciate hearing from you. Let's go to your calls on the regular phone lines, where we have Bob calling us from Needles, California, listening to K-Talks. Hello, Bob.
Yeah. Hey, a couple things on this. First of all, on Trump, he said he didn't know about the timeline. Trump asked the Russians to provide Hillary's emails. The server had already been bleach bitted and given to...
How do you know Trump asked the Russians to do that?
He said it at the summit.
During the Democratic convention, what he said was he made a joke about the Russians have Hillary's emails. Why don't they give us an insight into what the FBI says they can't get them, but the Russians have them. So, he actually said that, and it was a joke for the most part.
Or was it?
Well, yeah. But the thing is, he did. Even if we knew they had him, he wasn't asking them, "Hey, go out and hack her email account," because she had already destroyed the whole thing. So the timeline there, him asking them to do it, is always one of these red herrings.
Okay.
The other thing about collusion is we do have absolute proof positive of collusion during the election between Hillary Clinton and foreign powers.
Yep, uranium.
Not to mention Hillary Clinton and the DNC.
No, Mr. Steele from England went to Russia and talked to the Russians to get the Steele dossier on Trump. Hillary paid for that. Hillary paid for him to go to Russia and talk to Russians, communists, about getting the dirt on Trump. So that's collusion. Also, Hillary had one of her aides, and again, this is all admitted by the DNC. She went to the Ukrainian embassy, and they offered to supply information about Donald Trump.
Yeah. Fair's fair when it comes to politics. I mean, go ahead, dig up the dirt.
Hillary Clinton. Well, yeah, but Hillary Clinton has colluded with 2 foreign governments, at least.
But Hillary was the anointed one. I mean, no one.
Well, yeah.
Everyone loves Hillary. It's just the great orange emperor here.
Well, of course she would, project, right? Like if she's done these things, she's going to blame other people for doing the exact same thing.
Actually, if I have a theory. One of my theories going back to Bill Clinton's impeachment was that the Democrats do project. They were calling, I don't know if you remember, they were calling that this was a big, soft, takeover of the government, even though if they had impeached Bill Clinton,
a coup?
Soft coup. And they were claiming that this was all a big plot. And somehow or other, they were going to get Al Gore out, and that was going to turn the Republican member, whoever that Speaker of the House was at the time. He was going to be...
Was it Gingrich?
No. Let's see. The guy from Louisiana dropped out, and I forget, Hassert from Illinois. That's right.
This is ancient history as far as I'm concerned.
I know. This is, I have a hard enough time remembering last week. Go ahead.
But anyway, when they were going to impeach Nixon, the Democrats were actually going to try to slow walk Ford's vice presidential pick to replace Nelson Rockefeller, so that when
Hold that thought, Bob. You got a long story here. It's Free Talk Live. We'll continue in moments.
The Bitcoin.com wallet is a simple and powerful full-featured wallet that allows you to send and receive Bitcoin, BTC, and Bitcoin Cash, BCH, with anyone, anywhere in the world. It supports both single and multi-signature wallets and is available in multiple languages. The Bitcoin.com wallet is available on Windows, Linux, Mac, Android, and iOS devices. Use the Bitcoin.com wallet to buy, send, store, and receive both Bitcoin, BTC, and Bitcoin Cash, BCH. Learn more at wallet.bitcoin.com. That's wallet.bitcoin.com.
What's more profitable, running your business or doing bookkeeping? Doing your business, of course, but you want to keep your books so that you can maximize your tax savings, right? What if I told you that there's a person that's a bookkeeper, accountant, and law school graduate that's also a hardcore libertarian?
My name is Melanie Johnson, and I hate the state. I will aggressively help you to minimize your tax exposure and maximize profits, all while staying within the law.
Melanie's your best choice for your taxes and bookkeeping needs. Go to tax.freetalklive.com and check out our website, tax.freetalklive.com.
If you owe any money to the IRS, you need to call *1234. That's *1234. Uncle Sam has the power to make your life miserable. You could stop the IRS collections process right now by calling *1234. When you call the Tax Defense Center, you'll get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate your back taxes, including penalties and interest. *1234. *1234 could save you thousands on your back taxes. You could also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you have entered into a payment plan and can't make the payments. It's your hard-earned money. Stop Uncle Sam right now. Make the call that could help you end the worry today. *1234. That's *1234. *1234. *1234.
On Free Talk Live, we're bringing people to the ideas of liberty every day. From wrestling superstars like Glenn Jacobs.
You guys really are having an impact, I believe. Like I said, a lot of where I am now is due to listening to Free Talk Live. You changed my mind on some very important issues years ago.
To random people tuning in on the radio.
I was kind of stuck in the left-right paradigm. I heard your show by chance on a Saturday night. From there, I went on, joined the Free State Project, and become an amplifier. So, I mean, that's really the reason why I amp is because I know that if it wasn't for you guys being on as many stations as you are, I never would have found the ideas of liberty.
Your amp will directly change more lives by getting Free Talk Live in front of people looking for talk radio online and on the air. When you amp Free Talk Live, you get perks like access to the AMP-only Facebook group and AMP podcast. Visit amp.freetalklive.com. So you've heard all 3 hours of the latest episode of Free Talk Live, and you're still hungry for liberty-oriented audio content? Did you know that we have another 24/7 audio stream at LRN.FM? The Liberty Radio Network airs the latest episodes of some of the best liberty-oriented podcasts on the internet around the clock. In addition to recorded content, you'll also hear live shows like Free Talk Live, originating from our Keene, New Hampshire studio. So listen anytime at LRN.FM. That's LRN.FM.
I love My Magic Mud. I drink a lot of coffee. I had stains on my teeth. Then I found My Magic Mud, and I was told it would remove stains. So I paid attention when I brushed the first time. My Magic Mud is black tooth powder, and the difference it made in my teeth in one application was noticeable. With 4, my teeth were as white as you normal folks out there. Please go to mymagicmud.com and buy a jar. There's 150 applications for $25. You can use Bitcoin, mymagicmud.com.
This is the Liberty Radio Network, broadcasting the latest liberty-oriented audio content 24 hours a day at LRN.FM.
Hey, it's Free Talk Live. Dial toll free. Get on in these remaining moments. If you dial now, 855-450-FREE like freedom, 855-450-3733. With you tonight, it's Ian
and Conan.
And we do have a Discord chat. You can go to discord.lrn.fm. You can get interactive with other Free Talk Live listeners in there. There are callers to the show, people who never call the show, and some of the hosts that hang out in the Discord, and it's free. There are different channels in which you can discuss different topics, and then there's the channel called Free Talk Live, where our listeners tend to hang out during the show. But again, the server's there 24/7, so go and enjoy for free over at discord.lrn.fm. As we continue here, we've been talking about, or we're back around to the Trump thing. So we started the show out with Trump, talked about the Amazon delivery service thing that they're going to try to compete with the Postal Service in the second hour of the show, and then Mortified Penguin brought us back around to the Trump topic. That's where Bob in Needles, California left us. You were telling us some kind of story, Bob, about Gerald Ford. I missed kind of the point of where you were going.
Yeah, I heard something about Bill Clinton first.
Later on, well, it's the thing with Nixon, when they were going to impeach Nixon, they were going to move forward up because Rockefeller had died. They were going to move forward up to the VP, but the Democrats actually were talking about, hey, if we just go ahead and not give us a VP when we impeach Nixon, the Democratic Speaker of the House will become president. And they actually talked about that for quite a long time, and but Nixon slow-walked everything, so, his impeachment or the trial, that they had to have a vice president, so they went along with it. Later on, when they when they impeached Bill Clinton, the Democrats were talking about how this was a slow coup, and what they were trying to do was do exactly what they had tried to do to Nixon 20 or 30 years earlier. So I was just agreeing with you that most of the time when I hear Democrats complain about this happening or that happening, or the Republicans doing such and such, I say, oh, that's what they've been up to.
Yeah, it's a page out of their own playbook.
Mm.
Right.
Bob, thanks for calling tonight, man. I appreciate hearing from you. Yes, sir. Let's go to David. He's in San Francisco. David, you're on Free Talk Live with Ian and Conan.
Yeah, howdy. Yeah, I've got to disagree with some parts of what that previous caller was saying. Some of his facts weren't quite straight. If you look at the history of how the Soviet Union came about, and I think I've told you this before, when the ruble fell apart, this is 1991, Soviet Union collapses, their money is totally worthless, big money of the world zoomed in and just bought everything up. So the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and CIA and the heroin dealers and the smugglers, they all moved in on the former Soviet Union, bought up all the roads, all of the apartments, all the farms, all the factories. And the average person didn't know how to deal with, some new boss just jamming their way in. And since the Soviet Union is 11 time zones, that is a lot of looting. It's a fantastic amount of looting. So Putin is basically dealing with a whole bunch of pirates. And, he's doing a balancing act of pirates. And if you go to the original, Mussolini and a guy named Rocco were the first guys to come up with the concept of fascism. And it was a round table, and that you would have all of these monopolies sitting at the round table, and the people could still elect a guy. And it was to the advantage of the people to elect a smart guy, but it was to the advantage of the monopolies to make sure that they elected an idiot. And, an idiot gives away the store, a smart guy gets something back from all of these monopolies. So the Soviet Union, or the Russia today, is somewhere similar to that. They do have a smart guy, but he, who is Trump bargaining with? Trump, I've mentioned before, Trump has a whole lot of dirty money, money laundering ties to all over the world, organized crime ties of money laundering, and a certain amount of it comes through from Russia. And in fact, I don't know if you all have talked about, the Supreme Court justice that just retired.
Now, how do you know that Trump has money, coming in from Russia?
He's got it. He's a billionaire, right?
It. His son has already mentioned it, that the biggest amount of their condos are sold through Russia. And his condos are basically poker chips for organized crime. They're money laundering assets. That if you want to get some collateral, you buy a Trump Tower condo, and then you can consider that, on your credit card. The appreciation value, the collateral value, it's dirty money, it's cash money, and Felix Sater. I mean, you look at the story of Felix Sater and his ties to. He was a sales guy for Trump Towers. There's also a Trump Tower down in not the New Hebrides.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I mean, it's not implausible to believe that Trump would have connections to Russian gangsters or whatever.
And I, of course, have heard the same idea that Putin has been doing, basically going to war with a lot of robber barons. Everyone who's come in there and bought up everything. He's been trying to keep the country stable.
Well, that's an interesting point, because I've heard the same too, and that he's, whether or not he's secretly a communist and he's trying to get things back for the people of Russia. I mean, in my eyes, when you see the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, they said there were 600,000 homeless people in Moscow during a Moscow winter. All of the apartment buildings were bought up and everybody was evicted. I mean, just imagine 600,000 homeless people in a Moscow winter, 20 below zero.
I would be, if I was the power that be, I would be afraid to have a mob like that walking around, because that's how things get burnt down.
No doubt. David, thanks for the call tonight. I appreciate it. Consider me, unconcerned. I think all of these people are connected to organized crime. I mean, so Trump versus Hillary. You're talking about, Hillary, there are allegations that she was involved in cocaine distribution out of the Mena, Arkansas airport back in the day, and that's why her and Bill Clinton are connected to all these murders, these unsolved, questionable, really weird circumstances murders where people turn up dead.
There's a list. Yeah. There's a big, long list. So, but anybody who hasn't actually creating a product, like Bezos, who we've been talking about all evening, you had all of these guys are suspect. Because they've got to be into something to be billionaires, to be making as much money as they are, unless they're actually providing a product for the customer. And even those guys, like Gates, there's no telling what he might be into.
So, story from iHeartMedia on one of their radio station sites, actually WRKO, one of our affiliates. Mother issues warning after daughter's avatar gang raped in popular game. North Carolina mother was shocked and disgusted.
I am shocked and disgusted to hear that this proclamation. It's hurting my bones.
Her
Ian.
daughter's avatar in a popular children's game was, quote, violently gang raped, unquote, by two other people in a public playground. Well, can you really call that a gang rape? Of the online game. Amber Peterson described the shocking incident in a Facebook post, which included screenshots of what happened. The experience left Peterson so shaken that she wondered if she should allow her precious 7-year-old daughter to have access to a screen ever again, unquote. Peterson explained her daughter, Brooklyn, was playing a game called Roblox on her mother's iPad. Roblox is an interactive online gaming platform that allows users to create avatars and play each other in various games of their own creation. It kind of looks like Lego-like, almost, the characters do. Amber said that she and her husband were uneasy about letting their daughter play the game, but after adjusting the security and privacy settings to the highest levels, they decided to let her try it. Their daughter fell in love with the game and would play it whenever she would get the chance, even while her mother read stories to her. Hey, Mom, I got a hint for you here. If you're reading a story to your daughter and she's playing a video game, she's probably not paying attention to your story.
That's key.
One morning, while Amber was reading to Brooklyn, she abruptly stopped playing the game and showed her mother the iPad. Quote, all of a sudden, she stopped me from reading and showed me her screen. At first, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. My sweet and innocent daughter's avatar was being violently gang raped on a playground by two males. A female observer approached them and proceeded to jump on her body at the end of the act. Then the three characters ran away, leaving my daughter's avatar laying on her face in the middle of the playground. Peterson spoke with WRAL and explained that it was personal because her daughter invested so much time and money into creating her avatar. And then she goes on to complain about how she was in this game and it's really hurtful.
Is this the new frontier, Ian, of going back to caveman times where
people are acting out,
go into
violent?
These virtual realities and people are still acting like monkeys?
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, look, I wish we had more time to talk about it because it is kind of an interesting subject, the idea that people are in these video games and people will behave badly when they are anonymous.
Watch Westworld.
It's a great show.
People go to Westworld to act out their fantasies.
That's what's happening here. And, you can't keep somebody off of one of these platforms. You have no idea how old the players are.
Sounds like someone wants to create a new law
to
track these people.
You don't want your kids experiencing that? Don't let them go online with gaming, but good luck. No. The Free State Project has reached its goal of 20,000 liberty lovers who've pledged to move to New Hampshire and get active to achieve liberty in our lifetime. Perhaps you're trying to figure out what part of New Hampshire should be your destination. If so, consider Keene. You'll find more than 150 reasons to move to Keene at move.freekeene.com. Keene is famous for its historic, publicity-generating activism, as well as being the liberty media capital of the world. It's home to freekeene.com, New Hampshire's destination for liberty activism, news, and opinion. For years, we've been compiling over 150 reasons to move to Keene at move.freekeene.com, where you'll learn about some of what's happening here and what makes Keene a great place to live. If you love liberty, you'll probably enjoy anywhere you end up in the Shire. But do your due diligence first. Please visit move.freekeene.com for the full list of over 150 reasons to move to Keene. That's move.freekeene.com. So you've signed the Shire Society Declaration and are planning your move to New Hampshire to be around more liberty-oriented people. Next, sign up for the Shire Society Forum at forum.shiresociety.com. There are a bunch of people there who are already in the Shire, and they want to meet you. If you're already in the Shire physically, you should also come by the forums. Remember, not everyone uses Facebook. New people are signing up for the Shire Society Forum every month, so drop in and say hello at forum.shiresociety.com.
LRN.FM is proud to announce our official listening apps for Android and iOS devices. Now you can easily tune into our streams anywhere, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just visit apps.lrn.fm or search for LRN.FM in the Android or Apple app stores. Please download, rate us 5 stars, then share the link on your social media and let your friends and family know how you're listening to LRN.FM. Download it now, free at apps.lrn.fm.
The latest episode of Declare Your Independence is next, after the news, here on the Liberty Radio Network, LRN.FM.
From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, July 17th, 2018. Silver is trading at $15.73 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,240 per ounce. Zen Cash is trading at $22, and the average price of Bitcoin is